Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers, Kuzma Family Dentistry, McDonald's of Glasgow, South Central Rural Telephone, and South Central Bank. Thanks for listening to WCLU, and go Scotties!
Well, the rain has finally stopped. We are a day late, but we're going to have high school football for you this afternoon here on the radio. Good afternoon, everybody. Joe Myers, Coy Meadows, and Bruce DeVue along with you for our broadcast as the Glasgow Scotties take on the Fort Campbell Falcons. Scotties coming in at 2-0 on the year. They downed Bardstown in their last outing on Friday by a final score of 48-9. That was, of course, last Friday night. And the Scotties in this week's most recent Associated Press High School football poll coming in ranked number 7 in Class 2A. The Fort Campbell Falcons 1-1 overall. They, of course, are in 3A. They lost their last outing to the Russellville Panthers on the road at Russellville a week ago yesterday by a final score of 20-6. These two teams have not met since 2004. That was a playoff meeting in the region semifinals. That's back when Fort Campbell was in Class 2A. All the way back on November the 12th of 2004, the Scotties went over to Fort Campbell and defeated the Falcons in overtime by a final score of 36-28. We'll come back in just a moment, sit down with Scotty head coach Jeff Garman to get his thoughts on the matchup this afternoon with the Fort Campbell Falcons. We're back after this on WCLU Sports.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Welcome back here to Hank Roy Stadium. Joe Myers now joined by Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman to get his thoughts about this afternoon's matchup with the Fort Campbell Falcons. Jeff, let's first kind of talk about this week and the delay of this game. It's been a little unusual, obviously, with the heavy rainfall that we got during the day yesterday and overnight, Thursday night into Friday. Ended up having to move this game, obviously, to a 4:30 start time today. How did that affect your all's preparation for this game?
I mean, we were able to gain a day. I mean, Thursday we were able to go out and we practiced about an hour and 15 minutes on the practice field and was able to, throw and get through our offensive and defensive stuff. And then we just did our normal pregame walkthrough on Friday. We had to do that indoors. So, I mean, hadn't changed a whole lot, just kind of anxious. I know the boys are to play the game.
As we sit here and talk on Friday afternoon, you and I just came back from walking on the field out there. Surprisingly, it's not nearly as wet as what I thought it would be, but obviously you are going to have some wet field conditions. Any change in the game plan at all because of all the rain we've received?
No, I mean, not at this point. I mean, we know we're going to have to change just a little bit, but, we know the weather is not good. There's not going to be a downpour, so it's just a matter of keeping a good dry ball in there most of the time. And but it will change the game to a certain extent, and we've had to make some accommodations for that, and that's something that prepares you for on down the road. And there's going to be situations like this, and weather sometimes does play a part. And to me, it kind of evens things out just a little bit. And so, I mean, we'll have to play well Saturday afternoon to come out there with a win.
Looking back on last week's game against Bardstown, Jeff, big victory for your ball club. Your quarterback, senior Dalvin Smith, rushed 8 times for 192 yards. He also passed for 195 yards. Did you kind of feel that coming for Dalvin at some point here early in the season to have a huge game like that?
Well, I mean, before the game started, just looking at their tapes, I knew there were some looks we could get Dalvin out there to be able to get on the corner and run, and it was just a matter of us executing, the plays to get that look, and we got out there. He was able to go, but we continue the process, and our process is, we've got goals, we've got aspirations where we want to get to at the end of the year, but we don't talk a lot about those goals. We talk about every day trying to improve and trying to get better, and that's what we stick with, and hopefully we've gotten better this week.
Lots of big plays in that game last week. One of them was an 85-yard kick return for a touchdown by sophomore Tanner Abernathy. As you've watched the film of that this week after that game, Jeff, what on film did you see that made that work?
I mean, a lot of it was Bardstown over-pursued over to the right, and Tanner kind of cut it back and went to the left. To be honest with you, there was some good blocks, but there was also a lot of kids that didn't get blocked that he just made a really good run on. And but that happens at times when you over-pursue, and they kind of got their kickoff team out of whack back over to the left. And Tanner got it out in the open space, and I thought he really showed some speed. And that's what we're talking about with Tanner. He's a sophomore. He's going to be a really, really good player for us, and we're very fortunate to have him.
Defense had a big game too, Jeff. They forced 4 turnovers, had a couple of sacks. In particular, I thought Ryan Jones played awfully well. Ryan had an interception, had a fumble recovery, 4 tackles. It was just his second varsity start. He's a junior, but he's showing a lot of potential, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he sure is. And with Ryan, this is something that I saw him playing junior varsity last year. I knew he was going to be a good player when he came this year. He came, being one of the better players over at the middle school. And it seemed like everybody just kind of caught up with him that freshman year, and his size was more of a factor more than anything in his strength level. And I knew as soon as he could get his body and grow just a little bit, and it's just a natural process that you go through, he was going to be a really good player. And, he's smart. He's got a good feel for the game. He anticipates really well. He's definitely one of our leaders on the defensive side of the football.
We'll come back in just a moment and take a look at Fort Campbell. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt. Back at Hank Roy Stadium as we continue to talk with Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman. His team getting set to play its 3rd game of the year tonight, trying to go to 3-0 if they can get a victory over the Fort Campbell Falcons. Jeff, this Fort Campbell Ball Club, this is the 3rd straight game you guys have played to open the season against a team with really great football tradition. They won 3 straight state championships not so long ago, back earlier in the 2000s. They've been down a little bit lately, but head coach Josh Robbins seems to have this program kind of headed back in the right direction. He's got some good athletes on this team, doesn't he?
He sure does, and they've got a really good quarterback, and I think he's by the last name of Howard, who throws the ball adequate and runs the ball really well when he gets out into space. He's a good-looking athlete. They got a running back by the last name of Buchanan, number 4, who's built about like Silverio, to kind of give you a vision of what he looks like, runs the ball really hard. And they've done some good things. Their first game against Marshall County, I thought they played pretty well. Against Russellville, it was 7-0 at halftime. Russellville kind of got out there, but the game never really got out of hand. For Russellville just didn't get out and punch out anymore. But they play hard on defense. They're aggressive. They like to run the football. They like to boot and get the quarterback out on the corner. It's going to be a challenge for our defense, and that's what we want to see. This whole deal with the schedule, we wanted to see kind of where we're at, and hopefully we're improving each week. We thought we would play a little bit better competition, and I think we have so far, and I think we've played well and we've responded well.
The quarterback, Abdul Howard, you mentioned, Jeff, they do like to get him out of the pocket quite a bit. He threw a couple interceptions against Russellville, but he showed the ability to be able to throw the ball pretty well on the run, and he can take off and run with it too. Kind of what's the game plan in defending him?
Well, you got to keep him in the pocket, and you got to keep him secured, and we want him to throw the ball. We don't want him extending plays, breaking out, spreading us out, and then him taking off running with the ball. We want to make sure we know where he's at and we're accountable for him at all times. And they do a lot of motion and a lot of shifting, and that's something that kind of gives your defense some problems. So we kind of worked on that all week. And but it boils down to, the same old thing. We want to be physical. We want to be aggressive, and we just kind of got to take the game to them. And we're going to be bigger than them, I think. We have to use that physicality to our advantage.
The running back, Denoris Buchanan, you already mentioned a similar body type to Silverio Rescantelio. What impressed me about him watching him on film is not only does he run the ball hard and is he a physical runner, but I thought he showed some shiftiness too for as big of a kid as he is.
Yeah, he's got all the moves. He's got some size and enough speed. That's what scares me is his speed more than anything. He'll get out on the corner, and they've got some athletes now that can run. I know some people that we've played against after the game has talked about how fast we are and how fast our defense plays. I think we've done a really good job so far of keeping our leverage like on outside runs, and we've really stressed about who the force player is and who turns things back in, and I think it's helped us so far. But the main thing is we got 4 guys up front so far, and Chase Jones, Gavin Bird, Trey Francis, Aurelius Rescantelio, who have kind of controlled the inside game. And we want to funnel everything outside and use our speed and our leverage to make plays, and we've been fortunate to be able to do that so far. We've seen some different style offenses. The first week was a lot of speed, a lot of outside runs. Last week they had a kid that was 5'8", 250 back in. He's like a block back there that we had to get a lot of people to the ball to get him down. Then this week we're going back to a little bit more speed, and we got to contain people. So, it's a different style each week, and you have to adjust. But, we don't change a whole lot of stuff that we do. I mean, we've been running this defense now for 8, 9, 10 years, and we, we're getting where I want to be, and that's being able to stop the run on first, second down, and then play the pass and get off the field on third down.
And looking at the Fort Campbell defense, what do you like about their defense? What are their concerns that you have going against that defense, Jeff?
I think they play hard, and I think they get to the football. That was the thing that caught me, watching the Russellville tape. I know Russellville's got some speed, and Russellville wasn't able to really just get out there and just, when you watched it with your eyes, it wasn't like you thought, man, Russellville's a lot faster than them. So obviously I'm going into the game feeling like, Fort Campbell moves around pretty good out there. Russellville did hurt them on some runs inside, but on the perimeter, they look like they move around pretty good. And so, we've just got to continue to concentrate on us and continue to get better. We've got to clean up penalties. It's been an issue. I think our linemen have been holding on just on our zone plays, our outside plays, trying to do a little bit more than what they have to. And sometimes you just got to let them go. And we've got some really good backs, and just trust them that they're going to be able to make some plays.
I know you're getting Andrew Carter back after he missed the game with an injury against Bardstown. He'll be back starting in his linebacker spot. Everybody else healthy and good to go this afternoon?
everybody's healthy and ready to go, and, getting Andrew back's not only a big advantage for our defense, which, I feel like he's one of our better players. It's also a big advantage to get him back on special teams because he does so much on our special teams. He snaps all of our extra points. He snaps our long snaps on punt. So he's an important cog in this wheel that's continued to roll, and we're going to need them all. And it's fun to sit back and watch. It seems like each week there's somebody different kind of standing out a little bit, and that's how it should be.
Good luck, Jeff.
Thank you.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman as they get set to take on the Fort Campbell Falcons. We'll come back in just a moment, be joined by Bruce Tribune and Coy Meadows. We're back after this on WCLD Sport.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
Back here at Hank Roy Stadium, Joe Myers, Coach Coy Meadows, and Bruce Tribune along with you as we get you set for a little Saturday afternoon high school football between the Glasgow Scotties and the Fort Campbell Falcons. Last meeting between these two schools, we told you a little earlier, all the way back in 2004. The Scotties went over there to Fort Campbell on November the 12th of that year and defeated Fort Campbell in overtime in the semifinals of the Class 2A region playoffs. Glasgow won that one 36-28. And Coach Meadows back with us this week for filling in for Larry one more time. And, Coach, it's a Saturday afternoon. These kids have not been in school today, a little bit out of routine. Is that something that you, back when you were coaching, was that something you concerned yourself with? And if so, what was kind of the resolution to that, Coach?
Well, I think anyone who plays on Saturday and not used to it, especially in the afternoon, Saturday night would be different. I think you worry about them just being a little lackadaisical about the game and not being real upbeat and ready to go when the ball is kicked off and sort of have to play themselves into getting ready for the game. So I'm anxious to see if we're ready to play on the first snap or if it takes us a while to get going.
Obviously, the field conditions are wet, although I was out on the field earlier, and it's not nearly as bad as I thought it might be after 7 inches of rain or so that we've had, at least in parts of the county. But, Bruce, even with the field being wet, that tends to sometimes even the game up a little bit. Maybe it may negate a speed factor that one team has over the other. We'll see how it happens tonight.
It could enter into it. Now, you wouldn't think it's not raining, but with the turf, if the grass is still wet, the ball may even pick up some moisture. But the cutting would be the thing. We've got a short field. It's Bermuda, and that Bermuda, when it gets wet like that with those cleats, sometimes it tends to tear up. And whether or not you'll be slipping on cuts and things like that, or a defender fall down, it could be interesting.
You can already see that the field is just a little bit beat up from pregame warm-ups. We'll see how it holds up. The one thing's for sure, as far as the natural turf field, if you have to play in these kind of conditions, this is as good of a field as you're going to find anywhere in high school football in this state, Coach.
Oh, this field's as good as any that I've seen, particularly high school. Field's in good shape. It is soft in spots, but that's to be expected. I don't know whether anyone has an advantage with its offense or defense, but I think maybe offense might have a little bit of advantage knowing where they're going and the defense having to react. So, but I don't think the field's going to play that big of a situation where it's going to determine the outcome of the game. I think the players will still determine that, and we'll just have to wait and see how it is in the trenches. Sometimes blocking and getting off blocks are hard to do on a slippery field, so we'll wait and see.
You look back at last week's game, Bruce, on the road at Bardstown. Dalvin Smith, the Scotty starting quarterback, had a special game. He rushed for 192 yards on just 8 carries, had 2 rushing touchdowns, 195 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Everything he did seemed like against Bardstown worked for him.
He did, and, we were excited to get to see Dalvin play, that first game, and everybody a little cautious. Dalvin's had that injury bug thing that's kept him from playing. And we talked about the first game we played Russellville. No more carries, and he got sacked a couple times. I think I had him for maybe 3 carries, and maybe he had 1 scramble and was sacked a couple times. But he didn't carry the ball. But he had to gain a lot of confidence at Bardstown, because Bardstown's going to be a team that will probably be similar to really all 3 of our opponents so far have been similar with their quickness and the speed that they'll have. Fort Campbell will probably have some speed and quickness, and Dalvin showed at Bardstown, and I'm sure his confidence got to be up, that he got out and ran away from some people.
Coach, this Fort Campbell Ball Club, this is for the 3rd straight game to open the season for the Scotties. They're playing a tradition-rich football school. Fort Campbell won 3 state championships in Class 2A from 07 through 09. Yes, they've been down the last few years a little bit, but I bet you Coach Josh Robbins is bringing in some pretty good athletes with this Fort Campbell Ball Club.
I think they are. I think it depends the commander on post. If he's really interested in football, I think he scurries the nation and brings them in, but they don't have the numbers they used to have. When we played them in the 70s and 80s, they always had 45, 50, 55 players, and I noticed they got about 30 dressed tonight.
Fort Campbell will run a spread-type offense, but really they're more about running the football. A lot of times people think spread, they think throwing it all over the place. But, Bruce, a lot of times in a spread, it's just to spread the defense out and open up some running lanes to run the football. They've got a pretty good running back into Norris Buchanan.
Like you say, I looked at their stats and only had 1, in the on the side, and heck, the number of plays they ran, and he had like 24, 25 carries, and the quarterback had a few carries. I think only showed like throwing the ball like 5 times. So, I'm sure the defense will dictate maybe if it is a spread what they will try to do. And but I thought our defense played really well at Bardstown. I noticed this week Bardstown came back and beat Marion County like 40. Beat them pretty handily. Marion's down a little bit this year. I know they've lost a couple games by some big scores, but I thought we had a good performance last week, and our defense has played well for us so far.
Let's give you the starting lineups for these 2 ball clubs. And first, we'll start with the Fort Campbell Falcons on offense. At right tackle, it's Gabe Whitehead, a 6', 225-pound senior. The right guard is Donnell Dunnings, a 6', 225 senior as well. At center, Jesus Avila, a 5'7", 180 sophomore. Left guard is Sean Robles, a 6'1", 230-pound freshman. Left tackle is Zach Lever, a 6'2", 230 junior. Tight end is Austin Morgan, a 6', 180 senior. Wide receivers are Jordan Edwards, a 6', 170 sophomore. Elijah Crockett, a 5'11", 145 sophomore. And Andrew Seister, a 6'1", 160 sophomore. Running back is Norris Buchanan, a 5'11", 205 senior. And quarterback Abdel Howard Jr., a 6'1", 160 senior. Defensively for Fort Campbell, the tackles are Sean Robles and Gabe Whitehead. Defensive ends are Dayton Keeling and Mike Averhart. Averhart, a 5'10", 160 junior. Linebackers are Austin Morgan and Ethan Tomerlin. Tomerlin, a 6', 185 freshman. Quarterbacks are Elijah Crockett and Amon Williams. Williams, a 6', 140 sophomore. At strong safety, Julian Roberts, a 5'9", 160 senior. Weak safety is Jordan Edwards. Free safety, Abdel Howard Jr. Head coach for Fort Campbell in his first season with a mark of 1-1 is Josh Robbins. For the Scotties on offense, at left tackle, Tanner Bowles, a 6'5", 275 junior. At left guard, Connor Cassidy, a 6', 240 senior. At center, Garrison Page, 5'9", 195 and a senior. The right guard is Peyton Gibbons, a 6', 238 junior. Right tackle, Connor Taylor, 6'3", 270 and a junior. The tight end is Gavin Bird, a 6'3", 215 senior. Wide outs are Jaden Franklin, a 6'5", 200-pound sophomore. Griffin Murphy, a 5'9", 150 senior. And Chris Horn, a 6'3", 165 junior. At running back for the Scotties, Silverio Rescantelio, a 5'9", 190 senior. And the quarterback, Dalvin Smith, a 6'2", 175 senior. We'll give you the defense for the Scotties in just a moment. First, we want to go down onto the field where the referee, Hilton Isbell, he has the toss of the coin for us.
All right, this is your sportsmanship warning, all right? So big captains out there for me tonight, all right? Guys, this is what my coin looks like. Heads has a picture of a helmet on it. Heads has a picture of a helmet on it. Tails is a picture of a center turned around. Tails is a picture of a center turned around. All right? Who's going to be my speaking captain for, all right, 15. You're going to make the call. My umpire is going to echo your call. I'm going to pitch it up, let it hit the ground. He's going to determine what it is, okay? What's your call? Heads. All right.
All of us have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork.
Yes, it is.
Respect.
What would you like to do to begin the game? You're going to defer to the second half.
We remind you that we expect.
What would you like to do to begin the game, Glasgow? You want the ball. What goal do you want to defend? You going to defend this goal? All right, so you'll stand over here beside me. Glasgow, you'll stand right over there.
This competition reflects mutual respect among all participants.
Glasgow will receive. Captains, go ahead and shake hands. We'll come out and get started.
There you go. There's referee Hilton Isbell. He lets you know as Fort Campbell won the toss and, interestingly enough, deferred to the second half. Don't see that a whole lot, at least from what I remember in high school football, Coach, but that's what they elected to do.
Not too often.
See it a lot in pros and in college, but not a lot in high school.
That's right. We usually wanted the ball on the kickoff, but if you've got a real strong defense, you might want to defer.
Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back and continue with our starting lineups from Glasgow for the defense. We're back after this on WCLU Sports.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
As an HVAC services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Back here at Ankroyd Stadium, let's finish off those starting lineups for you. We need to give you the Glasgow defense. At the defensive tackle spots are Connor Cassidy and Trey Francis. Trey's a 6'4", 295 junior. The defensive ends are Gavin Bird and Aurelius Rescantelio. Aurelius, a 6'1", 220 sophomore. Linebackers are Silverio Rescantelio, Andrew Carter, a 6', 178 junior, and Jalen Shirley, a 5'9", 195 junior. Cornerbacks are Dalvin Smith and Dontavis Oates. Dontavis, a 6'1", 170 junior. Strong safety is Ryan Jones, a 6', 155 junior. And the free safety, Thad Dial, a 6', 170 junior. Head coach for the Scotties, Jeff Garman, in his third season. He has a record of 16-9. His assistants are James McReynolds, Stephen Buford, Blaze Tylicki, Jamar Lindsay, Cameron Garman, and Tyler Pitcock. And while we were away, we had a rousing rendition of the national anthem sung by Jalen Heater, who is a 7th grade student over at Glasgow Middle School. Coach, he may have a future. What do you think?
Big voice, I can tell you that.
Very impressive by that young man. So Fort Campbell won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Obviously, the Scotties wanted to receive the football to start the ball game. Glasgow will be moving from right to left as we sit here in the press box. Glasgow in all blue today, white numerals and letters with a blue helmet with a white Scotty Paul on the side. Fort Campbell in white tops, gray pants, blue numerals and letters with a blue stripe down the side of the pants, the blue helmet. Doesn't look like they've got a decal on the helmet unless I'm just missing it, but
looks clear.
It does.
Number 34,
Johnny Paniagua will kick it away for Fort Campbell. Griffin Murphy, Tanner Abernathy, and Dante Oaks back to receive the kick. It'll be Abernathy who fields it to the 16-yard line. He's got the 20, the 25, off to the right. He's got the 30, the 35. He's got a room. He's got the 45. He's got the 50, and he's got it into Fort Campbell territory around the 45-yard line before being taken down. We saw Tanner return a kick against Bardstown, 85 yards for a touchdown last week, and a good start to this one, Coach.
Nice return by Tanner. And the kicker made the tackle, which it wasn't really a tackle. Tanner fell down, and the kicker fell on top of him.
Got to give him credit, though, don't we?
I guess.
40-yard return that time for Tanner Abernathy as Glasgow starts in great field position at the Fort Campbell 45-yard line. Here's Smith in shotgun. He's got trips to the right side, a single wide out to the left. Rescantelio is the running back. And we have a flag right off the bat. So Scotties took too long to get the play on.
Delay a game against Glasgow. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Well, we didn't want to start that way.
No,
First down.
trips to the near side of the field this time. That's the left side. Chris Horn, the single wide out to the right. Here's the handoff to Rescantelio, sweeping around the left end. He's got the 50, the 45, runs over a man across the 40 down near the 38-yard line. He'll be about 3 yards or so shy of his first down.
Number 15, Abdel Howard Jr. on the tackle.
12-yard pickup, second down 3 for the Scotties. Trips to the near side again. Horn, the single wide out to the right. Smith again gives to Rescantelio right up the middle this time, and he is trying to fight for that first down marker. He's going to be about a yard shy, I think. Looks like they'll have him stopped at the 36-yard line. Needs to get to the 35.
Austin Morgan makes the hit.
Tackle by number 44, Austin Morgan.
Now twin wideouts to each side. Rescantelio, the running back, to the left of Smith. Here's the give to Rescantelio. Makes a man miss in the backfield. He's got his first down. Gets it inside the 30. Down around the 27, maybe the 26-yard line.
Number 15, Abdel Howard on the stop.
Pickup of 9 yards there for Rescantelio, and Silverio will get a break now as Dante Oates comes in at the running back spot, lines up to the left of Smith. 2 wideouts each way. Dalvin has the snap. Looking right, now comes back left, setting up a slip screen to Murphy, and he cannot get away. He had a man riding him down from behind. I thought for a moment Griffin was going to get away from him, but they tackle him for no gain right back at the 26.
Tackle by Julian Roberts.
Well, they do give him about a half yard or so, but we'll still call it officially second down and 10. Smith to throw on second down. Looking for Jaden Franklin. It's caught, and Jaden's going to get it across the 25 to about the 24, maybe the 23, but they took him down about right where he caught the football.
Julian Roberts on the tackle.
Pick up 3 yards to the 23-yard line. It'll be third down and 6. Trip to the right side, a single wide out to the left. Oates the running back. Smith the throw. Dalvin looking over the right side. It is thrown behind Chris Horn. The ball was thrown behind him. Chris tried to put on the brakes, and as he did, his feet slipped out from under him.
There's a slippery field right there. The first signs we've seen of it.
4-down territory, though, for Glasgow. It'll be 4th and 6 from the Fort Campbell 23-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Smith in shotgun, Rescantelio the running back. Scotties go for it on 4th down. Smith slips a man in the backfield. Dalvin throws downfield, has a man open, but it's incomplete. Ball was underthrown. It was intended for Griffin Murphy, and he was open right there along the sideline in the end zone, but Dalvin could not connect with him.
Tough throw by Dalvin. He's moving to his left. He had to get his shoulders turned, and he was under pressure and just threw the ball a little short.
So the Scotties cannot make the 40-yard kickoff return by Tanner Abernathy pay off as Fort Campbell's defense stiffens, and the Falcons will now get their first possession at their own 23-yard line, 1st down and 10. Here's Abdel Howard in shotgun formation. Trips to the near side, a single wide out left. Howard on a straight quarterback sweep around the left end, and he's going to gain 3 or 4, maybe 5 yards, but a flag comes down at the end of the play.
Silverio Rescantelio on the tackle.
Silverio Rescantelio on the tackle. Initial hit was by
holding, number 1
Jones
on the offense. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. We're going to replay 1st down.
We told you the referee that you just heard there is Hilton Isabel. His compatriots on the field today are umpire David Huffman, linesman Steve Johnson, line judge Mojo Poor, back judge Mike Blevins. The officials discussing this right now.
2nd down. They're going to decline it.
So the penalty is declined.
Glasgow declines the penalty. That is wrong. It should have been from the end of the yard. They made a mistake.
So it will be 2nd down, a gain of about 7 yards there, 2nd down and 3. A little bit confused as to why the Scotties would have declined that penalty, but
I don't think it was explained just right, Joe.
So Howard in pistol formation, going to give to Buchanan. DeNorris Buchanan gets his first carry of the day. He takes it off right tackle, and he is going to get it out to the 33-yard line, it looks like. Maybe the 34. He may have his 1st down. Let's see. They do say it's 1st down, so they give him the 34. Pick up of 4 yards for Buchanan. 1st and 10 for Fort Campbell from that point.
Darian Johnson made the stop for the Scotties.
A wide out each way and a wing back on either side. Now coming in motion is one of those wing backs. That's Austin Morgan. And here is the give to Buchanan. He's going to take it off left tackle and not get a lot.
Gains about 1 yard, stopped by the center of the sideline.
Gain of just a yard that time for Buchanan to the 35.
Looked like Jalen Shirley made the initial hit.
2nd down 9, 8:22 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team on the board. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Buchanan, the running back, behind Howard in pistol. Here's the give to Buchanan, and the Scotty defense meets him at the line of scrimmage. And he might get a yard or so on 2nd effort, but not much there.
Looks like number 15, Gavin Bird, on the stop.
It'll be no gain on the play. 3rd down and 9 for the Falcons, at their own 35-yard line.
3rd down, 9 yards to go for the Falcons.
Fort Campbell going to have to hurry to get this one off. They have not broken the huddle yet. There's only 7 seconds on the play clock. Howard in pistol. They snap it quickly. He'll throw. The pass is going to be incomplete. Intended that time for Julian Roberts coming out of the backfield. Pass was thrown a little bit behind him, and that'll bring up 4th down and 9.
4th down and 9. punt formation for the Falcons, Gabe Whitehead.
Gabe Whitehead in punt formation for Fort Campbell. Griffin Murphy back deep for the Scotties. Good snap. Punt is a low line drive kick and will bounce at the 36 and go out of bounds right around the 31, it looks like. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Scotties from that point. 7:22 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team able to punch it in on their first possession. 34-yard punt for Whitehead with no return. Oates in there at the running back spot to the left of Smith. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the right. It's a 4-man front for Fort Campbell. They come on a blitz. It's a straight quarterback keeper around the left side for Dalvin Smith. He lowers his head, and he'll dive out near the 40-yard line before being taken down. A good pickup on first down for the Scotties.
Tackle by number 5, Julian Roberts. That's his 3rd stop of the night.
Gain of 9 yards. 2nd down and a yard. Smith in shotgun. Oates to his left. He'll hand it off to him. Dante is going to have his first down as he spins forward up near the 45.
Tackle, excuse me, Joe. Tackle number 23, Mike Everhart.
Ball spotted actually just across the 45 at the 46. Here's a give to Rescantelio. Severio gets hit in the backfield and then squirts out from 2 tacklers and gets it out near the 49 before being stopped.
Rescantelio on the off-tackle right play, finally brought down by Mike Everhart.
Gain of 3 yards there, 2nd down 7.
4-yard pickup on the play, 2nd down 6.
Smith again in shotgun. 2 wide outs each way. They give to Rescantelio. Silverio across midfield. Fights his way inside the 45 to around the 44.
Tackle by number 6, Jordan Edwards.
The sun has come out here at Hank Roy Stadium. That's a great thing. The only bad thing is it makes it very difficult to see the faded lines on the field because of all the rain we've had. So we'll do our best here. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Fort Campbell 44. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the right side, setting up a screen. It's caught by Murphy. Murphy takes it to the middle of the field and then slips down as he tried to cut back to the outside, but he's going to be inside the 30 to around the 26-yard line.
Abdale Howard made the stop. That's his 3rd stop of the afternoon.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Canaria Flint in there is one of the wide outs. Oates, the running back to the right of Smith. Snap is bobbled by Dalvin. He's just going to have to take off and run with it. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down for a big loss.
Dalvin Smith thrown for a loss as Ethan Connell leads the charge.
Didn't look like it was really a bad snap. Dalvin just bobbled it when he caught it, tried to catch it. Loss of 8 back to the 34. 2nd down 18. Trips near side, a single wide out right. Smith to throw. It's caught by Franklin. Jaden going to have to make somebody miss, and he will get it inside the 30, down around the 27, I think.
Number 6, Jordan Edwards on the stop.
3rd down and 8, we'll call it.
Ball at the 23-yard line, excuse me. Smith wants to throw. Dalvin under pressure, steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Chris Horn. And Chris had it hit his hands as he was diving to the ground, but could not come up with it. It'll be 4th down and 8.
And Fort Campbell, they've been able to get pressure on Dalvin. They've been stunning people from the inside and the outside.
So for the 2nd time in as many possessions, the Scotties will have to go for it inside the Fort Campbell 30-yard line. It's 4th and 8 here from the Fort Campbell 23. Glasgow could not convert on their first possession. Smith to throw, under pressure. Steps up. Now he's got a lot of room to run. Dalvin inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties. Coach, that's the danger. You come on that blitz, you better get to him, because if you don't, he's got a lot of room to run.
Well, if he's got running lanes, you're in trouble. And he had running lanes and made a good cut back to the left side and got in the end zone. Ran over someone.
He sure did.
Inside the goal line there.
So Glasgow goes up by a score of 6-0, 4:51 to go in the opening quarter. And Noah Howard on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Griffin Murphy. Andrew Carter, the snapper. Snap is a little bit high. Murphy can't handle it. Griffin trying to run into the end zone. As he goes right, comes back left, he'll be tackled. So the score remains 6-0. And ball maybe a little bit damp. It was not a perfect snap, but one that Griffin, I think, normally would handle, but may have been a little bit wet. And so the score remains 6-0 with 4:51 to go in the opening quarter here at Hank Roy Stadium. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt. Taking a look at that drive chart there, that's a scoring drive for the Scotties. 9 plays, 69 yards, took 2 minutes and 31 seconds. It ends with a 23-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith. A extra point is no good because of a bobbled snap, so it's 6-0 Glasgow, 4:51 to go in the opening quarter.
Noah Howard tees the ball up for the Scotties.
Howard on to kick it away for Glasgow. And it's going to bounce at the 20 and take a big roll inside of the 10-yard line. And now the kid returning it fumbles the ball. It's picked up by a Fort Campbell player, and he's still on the run. He's going to get it out to about the 35-yard line. That was Jordan Edwards who picked up the fumble and took off with it.
$36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62%.
Back here at Hank Roy Stadium, 4:43 to go in the opening quarter, 6-0 lead for Glasgow over Fort Campbell. Falcons have it 1st and 10, starting this drive at their own 34. A bunch set of 3 receivers very tight to the formation on the right side. Wide out to the left. Here's a quarterback keeper for Howard around the left end, and he got popped after a short gain. Going to get a couple yards, it looks like.
Severio Rescantilio on the hit.
Well,
assist by Andrew Carter.
Give him 3, actually. It'll be a gain of 3 to the 37-yard line. 2nd down 7 coming up.
Second down 7.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Howard going to give it off to Buchanan. Starts right, now puts on the brakes, goes to the left. He's got some room around the end there, and they're going to drive him out of bounds very close to the 1st down marker.
Looks like number 28, Dontavius Oaks, drove him out of bounds.
Dante Oaks comes up, makes the stop.
It is going to be a 1st down for Fort Campbell.
1st down and 10 for the Falcons.
Ball spotted right around the 44-yard line. Again, very difficult for us to see the lines on the field at this point with the sun out. The rain has faded the markings on the field. Howard going to give it off to Buchanan. No, that's a new running back this time. It's going to be Dayton Keeling who carried it off right guard, and he's going to get short yardage up to the 45, a gain of 1.
Chase Jones makes the hit.
Number 79, Chase Jones on the tackle, his first of the afternoon.
2nd and 9 for Fort Campbell.
Fort Campbell at their own 45-yard line.
Again, a bunch set of 3 receivers tied to the formation on the right side. Now one of those men goes in motion. That's Roberts to the left. Gives them 2 wideouts that way. They'll pitch to Buchanan. He'll come to the right side on a sweep. Gets hit behind the line of scrimmage by Jalen Shirley, but he will fall forward to about a yard, maybe, a yard gain or so. Or no, they're going to mark him down to 45, it looks like. So, well, they put it at the 46, I believe, Bruce. It'll be a gain of a yard, 3rd down and 8 coming up. .239 left in the opening quarter. Glasgow leads 6-0 over Fort Campbell.
3rd down, 8.
Falcons with 3 receivers, again tied to the formation on the right. A man wide out to the left. Howard, off-play action, wants to throw, under heavy pressure, trying to get away from Gavin Bird, and he'll be run out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. May have actually lost a yard or so. Either way, it's going to be 4th down and long, and Fort Campbell will likely have to send in the punting unit.
Bird on the tackle. Brings up a 4th down and 8.
Loss of a yard back to the 45 where it's 4th down and 9. Gabe Whitehead again in to punt it away. Murphy back deep for the Scotties. A low end-over-end kick, and it will go inside the 30, be down around the 26, we think. We'll have to wait and see where they actually put it down. But
Whitehead's punt rolls there at the 27.
2:13 to go in the first quarter. The Scotties will take the football back over, leading 6-0.
Joe, I'm glad someone can see that yardage. I cannot see it.
I believe it's at the 26, Coach. Best guess.
Okay.
29-yard punt there for Whitehead with no return. Smith in shotgun. Nick Mitchell, the running back this time, but Dalvin wants to throw on 1st down. He's flushed out of the pocket. He will lob it up, looking for Jaden Franklin, and Jaden tried to go up over the top of the defender and still makes the catch. Maybe not the wisest decision that time by Dalvin. He had some room to run the football, and Jaden had a defender right there with him, Coach.
Well, he was covered well. He just tried to throw it up and let Jaden jump up and get it. But we're not stalemating them at the line of scrimmage. They're getting pressure on us just about every pass attempt.
2nd down 10 for the Scotties at their own 26. 2 receivers each way. Mitchell, the running back to the left of Smith. Dalvin to throw again, setting up a screen. It's going to be caught by Chris Horn. He's going to be taken down for a big loss. Fort Campbell right there defended it very well.
Looks like number 1, Amon Williams on the tackle.
That play's going to lose 6 yards, so 3rd and 16 for the Scotties at their own 20. Rescantelio back in there at the running back spot. Trips to the near side, a single wide out right. Dalvin steps up as he's under pressure again. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the right. Has a man. It is going to be incomplete. Intended that time for Canarius Flint over the middle of the field, and pass was thrown maybe just a little bit behind him. So the Scotties go backwards on that possession. They lose 6 yards, 4th and 16. Glasgow have to punt it away. Scotties tried to throw it 3 times there on that possession. With 1:28 to go in the first quarter, Glasgow on top 6-0. Dalvin Smith in punt formation. And it shanked off the foot of Dalvin, and Fort Campbell is going to get great field position. They're going to say the ball is out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Fort Campbell will take over at the Glasgow 32 after a 12-yard punt by the Scotties. 1:22 to go in the first quarter. First and 10 for the Falcons. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Wing back on the right side. Now tight end goes in motion, sets up on the right side. Man in motion underneath. They hand it off to him. That's Julian Roberts on the jet sweep, and Roberts gets very little. A yard maybe to the 31.
Stopped by Severio Rescantelio, his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
It will be a 1-yard pickup. 2nd down 9 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 31 as we go under a minute remaining in this opening quarter. Scotty's on top 6-0. Fort Campbell just broke the huddle with 12 people, and they're not going to throw a flag here.
Yeah,
and now they're going to call a timeout.
Trying to call a timeout.
So timeout, Fort Campbell. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-0 lead for the Scotties. Back up to this on WCLU Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Howard in pistol formation, going to give it off to Norris Buchanan. He tries to go off left tackle, and he'll get maybe a yard or so to the 30, it looks like. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Tackled by number 4, Andrew Carter, his second hit of the afternoon.
Tyrell Smith-Shaw goes into the defensive lineup for the Scotties. He is a new arrival for Glasgow. He is some relation to Dalvin Smith. Coach Garman told me maybe cousins or something like that, but he transferred in here, and this is the first game he is eligible. He's a 5'10", 210 senior wearing number 31 on the defensive line. 3rd down and 8 for Fort Campbell. 2 wide outs each way. Howard to throw, pumps left, now throws over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. That is Ryan Jones making the interception down inside the 10-yard line. There is a flag down. Let's see what we have.
All right. We have a legal shift on Fort Campbell. That penalty is going to be declined. Result of the play is going to be 1st down, Glasgow.
And for Ryan Jones, his 2nd interception of the year. Had one last week against Bardstown. So the junior continues to impress in the defensive secondary. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. It's 6-0 Glasgow over Fort Campbell. We're back after this on WCLU Sports.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
1st down and 10 for the Scotties from their own 8. Here comes Dalvin Smith. He's got a one-man to beat, and he does. He's got the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
I think that's a busted play. He tried to hand the ball off, missed the handoff, and took off.
Well, we were trying to get back from commercial break because they took such a short amount of time between quarters. I don't think we got the full 60 seconds. And as we were coming back, Dalvin had already gotten it out to around the 20, and what a great run. It'll be a 92-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith. If I'm not mistaken, I think one of his runs last week against Bardstown was 92 yards.
I think it was. He's 90-something.
This one will go down as a 92-yard touchdown. It's 12-0 Glasgow, 11:45 to go in the second quarter, and Glasgow will go for 2 after not getting the extra point after that last touchdown. Smith on a straight quarterback keeper dives into the end zone, and no, he did not get there. I thought he got there, but so the score remains 12-0 Glasgow, 11:45 to go in the first half. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages.
At the 15 by Jordan Edwards is going to take it around the right side. He's got room down the right sideline, has a man to beat. And Jaden Franklin makes a touchdown-saving tackle for the Scotties right around the Glasgow 37-yard line, I believe.
Catches up with it, brings it down inside Scotty's territory.
Well, before we tell you about that, let's tell you about that Scotty scoring drive. It was just one play, 92 yards, as Dalvin Smith took off on a quarterback keeper. The two-point try by Dalvin fails, and it's 12-0 Glasgow with 11:35 to go in the second quarter. 48-yard return that time for the Falcons, as they will start this possession. Is it the 35 or 36, Bruce? I believe it may be the 30. Let's call it the Glasgow 37-yard line. Again, very difficult for us to see these lines with the sun out.
Looks like the 36.
I believe it is the 36. A wide out each way, a back on each side of Howard. That's actually Williams in at quarterback this time, and he's going to have it off. He's going to hand it off to Norris Buchanan.
Aurelius Rescantelio makes the hit.
Pickup of 3 yards. Looks like 3, Bruce, according to the box. 3-yard pickup to the 33-yard line. Second down, 7 coming up. So Amon Williams is now in at quarterback. Not sure if Howard is injured or what happened. Williams has a back on each side of him. He's in pistol. He's got a man lined up behind him as well. Now a man motioning out of the backfield. That's Shakur Brown. Here's the give to Dayton Keeling, and he goes off right tackle, and nothing. Going to be stopped maybe for a loss of a yard.
Chase Jones, who led the attack for the Scotties.
They do move the ball back to the 34, so third down and 8.
Chase Jones and Andrew Carter on the stop.
10:30 to go in the second quarter. 12-0 lead for the Scotties over the Fort Campbell Falcons here at Hank Roy Stadium. Two wideouts to each side. Howard back in, or no, Williams still in at quarterback. His throw is batted down by Gavin Bird. I believe he was looking for Seister that time, but Bird, from his defensive end position, got one of his big paws up and knocked that football down. It'll be 4th and 8 for Fort Campbell at the Glasgow 34, and it looks like they're going to send the punting unit in. Thought they might go for it in this situation.
Maybe a fake.
Gabe Whitehead in punt formation at least. Griffin Murphy back deep for the Scotties. The snap is low, but Whitehead able to handle it, gets it away. Murphy able to field it. He can return this. He's going to slip down, though, as he got up near the 16-yard line. 24-yard punt with a 6-yard return for Griffin Murphy.
Griffin Murphy on the punt return.
Scotties are going to take over at their own 16-yard line with a 12-0 lead. 10:01 to go in the first half. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio, the running back, to his left. Twin wideouts to each side. Here's the give to Rescantelio. Severio finds running room off the left side. And he's going to have his first down as he gets out near the 31-yard line, but a flag comes in at the end of the play.
Tackle left. Abdel Howard on the tackle. Penalty mark.
51 blue. We've got holding, number 51 of the offense. We're going to back it up 10 yards. Replay 1. We're going to go 10 yards.
So from the end of the run, it will be marked off. It'll put the football at the 20, at the 21. Yep. So 1st and 4 for the Scotties at their own 21. Here's the give to Rescantelio. Severio slips a couple tackles in the backfield and fights his way out for his first down.
Rescantelio against the ball carrier.
up to the 29-yard line.
Number 15, Abdel Howard on the hit. That's his 5th tackle of the evening.
Ball spotted just shy. It's really right on the 30, I think, Bruce. Let's call it 1st and 10 from the 30. 2 wide outs each way. Smith to throw. Dalvin finds Griffin Murphy over the middle. Griffin spins away from a tackler, and he'll get it out to around the 38, 37-yard line.
Jordan Edwards on the stop.
Boy, I wish this sun would go into where we could see the lines on the field. 2 wide outs each way. Smith in shotgun. Oates in at running back. An 8-yard pickup there on that pass play to Murphy. Here's Dalvin Smith on a keeper. After faking the handoff, he'll have his first down as he gets it out up near the 44.
Gabe Whitehead on the stop.
A first down and 10 for Glasgow.
Gain of 7 yards there. First down and 10 at the Glasgow 44-yard line. Smith has now carried it how many times, Bruce? 5 times for 123 yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, excuse me. Here's the give to Dontavis Oates around the right end. Dontavis going to get it up to midfield.
Turns the corner around right in.
Being driven out of bounds.
Tackle by number 6, Jordan Edwards.
Let's call it the 49-yard line in Fort Campbell territory. Pickup of 7 yards, 2nd down 3. 8:27 to go in the first half. 12-0 lead for Glasgow, and the Scotties driving again. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the give to Oates. Dante bounces it to the outside around the left end. He's got the 45 down to the 40 to the 39. It'll be another Glasgow first down.
Tackle by number 28, Ethan Tomerlin.
Give him the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Glasgow. Twin wide outs each way again. Smith out of the shotgun gives to Greer or to Rescantelio. Severio has nice running room off the right side, inside the 30 down to about the 25, and another Glasgow first down.
And Dale Howard on the stop.
Scotties pick up another first.
Scotties with that up-tempo offense right back on the line of scrimmage. They snap it with 19 on the play clock to give to Rescantelio again. And tried to get away from a tackler, but the Fort Campbell tackler would not let go. They finally dragged him down around the 23, I believe.
Tackler got the worst end of the deal, didn't he? They all fell on him. That 72 that made the hit.
And he is the injured player, I believe, Coach Gabe Whitehead.
Yeah.
Scotties have now run the football as a team for 204 yards on 16 attempts, and they have taken the ball down the field. You had the 1 pass play, I think, to Griffin Murphy, but other than that, coaches, it's all been running plays down the field, and they're moving the football on this Fort Campbell defense.
Continue to run it. And
so,
it seems like everyone's getting an opportunity to pack the ball.
Yep. So Whitehead's still down on the ground. We'll take a real quick timeout. 7:31 to go in the first half. Glasgow leads 12-0 and threatening again back after this on WCOU Sports.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims.
Griffin makes the catch, gets a good block, makes a man miss. He's at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
Now, this pass is complete to Griffin Murphy.
It's dry enough to make some quick cuts down on that end of the field.
It is for that kid, anyway.
He made about 3 quick moves and was gone.
Griffin Murphy makes the touchdown catch for him. That'll be touchdown number 3 on the year for Dalvin Smith. That is his 3rd passing touchdown, his 7th passing touchdown of the season. And Scotty's going for 2 against a quarterback sweep around the right side, and Dalvin Smith will get in untouched. And Glasgow now goes up 20-0 with 7:19 to go in the first half. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Noah Howard's kick is away. It's fielded at the 20-yard line. And this is Elijah Crockett, and he is off to the races. Can he be caught? He will. Thad Dial able to chase him down from behind to save the Fort Campbell touchdown. But the Scotty kickoff team has given up a couple big returns so far in this game, Coach.
Big returns. Looks like we've got some wide running lanes in there that we need to close down.
Ball going to be spotted at the, let's call it the 16 or 17, Bruce. What do you think? I believe it's a 17-yard line for Fort Campbell. The Falcons start right there.
18-yard line.
63-yard return that time for Elijah Crockett. Abdel Howard back in at quarterback. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Now Buchanan will line up as a wide out to the right side. Fort Campbell confused here on how to set up, and they'll have to burn another timeout. That'll be their last timeout of the half. Actually, delay of game.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Didn't get the timeout called.
Frankie only had 10 people on the field.
Backs the football up to the 22. It's just the first Fort Campbell penalty of the day. First and 15 at the Glasgow 22. Scotty's on top, 20-0. 7:09 to go in the first half. Trips to the right side, a single wide out left. Howard has an empty backfield. Tight end motions over to the right side now. Howard looking right, under pressure, steps up. Now runs with it. He's going to get inside the 20, close to the 15 before being brought down.
Number 15, Gavin Bird on the stop.
Ball at the 15, it looks like, or maybe just shy of the 15. Second down 8 coming up. Two wideouts to each side. Actually, two to the left, one to the right. Buchanan in is the running back behind Howard, who's in the pistol. Howard wants to throw, looking left. Lobs it up into the end zone, and it is overthrown. Intended target that time was Jordan Edwards. Scotty's had double coverage on him, as both Ryan Jones and Dalvin Smith were there. Third down and 8 after that incomplete pass. You would certainly think if they don't get it here, this would be 4-down territory, of course. They're at the Glasgow, just outside the Glasgow 15. Didn't tell you, by the way, we were kind of in a rush when we came back from that commercial break. Scotty's last scoring drive was 8 plays, 84 yards, took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Griffin Murphy caught the 23-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith, and then Dalvin got in on the 2-point try. And now Fort Campbell will burn its final timeout of the first half. With 6:56 to go in the second quarter, it's Glasgow 20, Fort Campbell nothing. Back up to this on WCOD Sports.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
Joe Myers, along with Coach Coy Meadows and Bruce Dubuque, back here with you at Hank Roy Stadium. 6:56 to go in the second quarter. Saturday afternoon football for you here on WCLU. Glasgow leading 20-0. Third and 8 for the Falcons, just outside the Glasgow 15-yard line. Howard in pistol. Buchanan deep behind him is the running back, and the snap bobbled that time by Howard, and he just goes down. Rather than trying to pick it up and run with it, he just fell on the football. That'll be a loss of 2 yards back to the 18. It'll be 4th and 10.
Fourth down and 10 for the Falcons.
Fort Campbell will go for it. Actually, they're going to try a field goal, it looks like. It's a fake. Williams is going to be tackled. Well, that play was just ill-conceived right from the very start. Amon Williams lined up as the kicker. And that was your first signal that it was probably going to be a fake because, as far as I know, he does not do much kicking.
Samario Rescantelio made the stop.
At their own 29-yard line.
So Glasgow will take over 1st and 10 at its own 31, Bruce. Not 29, it's its own 31. With 6:24 to go. Dalvin Smith going to give it off to Rescantelio. Around the left end goes Silverio, and he'll barrel forward for 4, maybe 5.
Rescantelio breaks it up around left tackle.
Number 28, Ethan Tomerlin on the stop.
For the Falcons. It's a gain of 5 yards.
Pickup of 6, actually. 2nd down, 4 coming up. Smith again with 2 wideouts each way. Fort Campbell comes on a blitz. Here's the give to Rescantelio, and he'll get a yard, maybe 2.
Rescantelio, the ball carrier.
Number 55, Donnell Dunning's on the stop.
They'll give him just 1 yard on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Scotties. Smith in shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. They'll throw, complete to Chris Horn. Chris going to have to make a couple men miss to get his first down, and I think he did. As he's run out of bounds, and he will have enough for the Glasgow first down. Chris had to do some work. He had 3 Fort Campbell jerseys staring him right in the face when he made the catch, but able to do enough to get the first down for the Scotties. That puts the football down, my goodness, at the 42, I think that is. Pick up of 5 yards, 1st down and 10, Scotties. Their own 42.
42 and a half at least.
2 wideouts each way. Smith going to hand it off to Oates, who's the running back this time. Dalvin slips a tackle in the backfield. He's got it to the right side, and Dante is going to be taken out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Well, actually the 33, I think, is where they're going to spot him out.
Donnell Dunning's on the stop.
Pick up a 25 yards there for Oates. 2 receivers to each side. Oates, the running back, to the right of Smith. Dalvin going to give to Oates. Dante will take it up the middle and get 2 yards, it looks like, to the 30. Maybe 3 yards to the 30. Let's give him a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7.
Dayton Keeling on the stop.
3-yard pickup. 2nd down, 7.
Scotty's hurriedly back to the line of scrimmage. Drifts to the left side, a single wide out right. Smith to throw. Dalvin looking to the right side for Chris Horn. It's underthrown. Chris goes up and makes the catch anyway. Over the top of the defender. Touchdown, Scotties. Horn and Amon Williams are still fighting over the football, but Chris Horn given credit for the touchdown. For Chris, that will be touchdown number 2 on the year. That one coming from 30 yards out, as Dalvin Smith has his 2nd touchdown pass of the afternoon, his 8th of the season. And the Scotties again will go for two. Up 26-0. 4:29 to go in the second quarter. Smith has Rescantelio to his right. Gives to Rescantelio right up the middle into the end zone untouched. 4:29 to go in the first half. It's Glasgow 28, Fort Campbell nothing. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
That scoring drive for Glasgow goes 6 plays, 69 yards. Took a minute 55 seconds.
It's transferred in.
And it's capped with a 30-yard touchdown pass. Coach Chris Horn made a great play on that football over the top of the defender that time in the end zone.
Great play. It was a good touch pass by Dalvin to throw the ball up, and it's just a jump ball in the end zone. Chris happens to be 6'2" or 3, and he out-jumps the defensive back.
Noah Howard gets the kick away. It's a high end-over-end short kick. Fielded at the 23, dropped, and then recovered by the Fort Campbell player. And that is Elijah Crockett, who initially dropped it, was able to get back on it. So Fort Campbell will take over 1st and 10. Right at the 30, it looks like, their own 30. 4:26 to go in the first half of play.
And Joe, that wind is holding the ball up.
Yeah, I think you're right, Coach.
No, it did then. The ball almost stopped midair.
Howard in pistol formation. Buchanan, the running back, behind him. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the left. Howard going to keep it around the left side and trying to turn it upfield. Somebody came up and popped him pretty good. That's Ryan Jones who made the initial hit.
Ryan Jones on the tackle.
It'll be a pickup of 5 yards to the 35. 2nd down 5 now. Fort Campbell so far in this first half is 23 total yards of offense. Glasgow, on the other hand, Bruce is adding it up right here. I'll tell you after this play, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Here's the give to Buchanan off right tackle, and he is not going to get much. Maybe 2 yards.
Ball carrier, center of the Scotty line.
They end up giving him 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Fort Campbell at their own 38. Glasgow with 332 total yards to Fort Campbell's 23. Now 26 for Fort Campbell after that 3-yard gain. Trips to the near side. Twin wideouts to the right. Empty backfield for Howard. Howard has the snap, rolling out to the right under heavy pressure. Lets it go. It is going to be caught. He's got a man wide open. It's the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Did he stay in bounds? He did not. And that is number 5 for Fort Campbell, Julian Roberts. As he gets it inside the, inside the 30. I still don't see where they're marking him out of bounds.
Looks like, Joe, let me see.
Well, they still have not put the football down. Still haven't spotted it.
It's around the 20, inside the 20, down to about the 16, maybe.
Okay, down to the 16-yard line is where they'll put it down, I think, Coach. 1st and 10 for Fort Campbell at the Glasgow 16. A 46-yard play that time on that pass completion. Trips to the right side, a single wide out left, and now 3 flags go down.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, number 44 and number 79. 5-yard penalty. We're going to replay. First down.
What was that, Coach?
I said they went unbalanced that time.
Legal procedure is the call against Fort Campbell.
They had everyone on the right side. They had 2 guys this side of the center.
First and 10 at the
1st and 15 for Fort Campbell at the Glasgow 21. Tight end will set up on the right side. And it's Howard on a keeper after he faked the jet sweep to Roberts. He kept it himself, took it up the middle, and got a couple, it looks like.
Tackle by Andrew Carter, his 4th of the afternoon.
brings up a
2nd down and 13 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 19-yard line. 2:28 to go in the first half. Scotty's in control here. They lead 28-0. Howard in pistol. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Howard to throw as he rolls out to the near sideline. Lets it go. It's going to be caught by Amon Williams. And Williams going to get a couple more yards after he makes the catch. He's inside the 15.
Andrew Carter picks up his 4th tackle.
Andrew Carter on the stop, his 5th tackle of the night.
They spot him down right at the 15-yard line. Pick up a 5 there. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
3rd down and 9.
One receiver wide to the right side. 3 receivers bunched in tight to the formation on the left. Buchanan the running back. Howard to throw. Now under pressure. Hit and sacked. It's 79, I believe. Chase Jones, Coach.
That's Chase Jones' 3rd tackle of the ball game.
Chase, a 6'4", 255 sophomore, gets credit for his first sack of the season. A loss of a couple yards back to the 21. It's 4th and 11. And now Fort Campbell looks like they're going to try a field goal. Their normal kicker, Johnny Paniagua, is on to attempt the kick. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Fort Campbell on the scoreboard. I told you the wrong field position on that, as the ball was spotted at the 17-yard line. So that is going to be a 22-yard kick. So a 22-yard field goal that time for Johnny Paniagua. And Fort Campbell on the board with 49 seconds to go in the first half. It's 28-3. Glasgow on top of the Falcons. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Fort Campbell drives 7 plays before the drive stalls out. Took 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's ended by a 32-yard field goal for Johnny Paniagua. It's 28-3 Glasgow, 49 seconds to go until halftime. Kickoff here going to be fielded by Abernathy at the 10. He's got the 15, the 20, the 25, out to the 30, the 35, the 40. The 45, down the near sideline he goes, and he is run out of bounds in Fort Campbell territory at the 37-yard line.
Return for Glasgow. The kicker, Johnny Paniagua, makes the tackle. 37-yard line, James. Scotty's take over.
Tanner Abernathy continuing to have big returns for this Scotty football team. He had an 85-yard touchdown return last week. He's already had returns. Both of these returns he's had today have been over 40 yards. 2 receivers each way. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio to the right. Smith fakes the handoff. He'll throw to the left side looking for Murphy. It's caught. Griffin stays in bounds here. He's got the 30, back to the middle of the field. He's got the 25 as he runs into his own man. Now finds a seam in the middle of the field, inside the 5, and did he get in?
I thought he did.
Oh, they're going to say he fumbled the football before he got into the end zone. They're calling it a touchback. Fort Campbell recovers the fumble in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. I knew the ball came out, but I thought Griffin had gotten into the end zone before he fumbled, but the officials ruling he did not. So it'll be a touchback, and Fort Campbell takes over at their own 20 with 21 seconds to go in the half.
I'd like to see the instant replay on that, Joe.
I would too, Coach.
Thought he was in the end zone.
So Fort Campbell will get the football at their own 20. It's 21 seconds to go in the half. Here's the handoff to Buchanan, and he's going to be taken down by Ryan Jones. That ball comes out, but it goes out of bounds.
Ryan Jones makes the tackle on Norris Buchanan. The ball goes out of bounds.
Joe, they're doing a pretty good job holding Gavin Bird there. He was trying to get away, get off the block, and they had his jersey stretched to the sideline almost.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up.
Oh, me.
Fort Campbell's only been whistled for 2 penalties on the day. Scotty's also only 2 penalties on the day. Howard going to hand it off to Buchanan, trying to find some running room off the right side. A flag goes down from the line judge on the far side of the field for a short gain that time by Buchanan. See what the flag's all about.
All right, we have illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So it's a dead ball foul, illegal formation, and Coach Jeff Garman is, I think, contending the clock never should have started. So we'll see if they decide to put some more time back on the clock.
What about the penalty? You decline it? All right. Now, yes.
3rd down and 10. And now timeout taken by Glasgow with 10 seconds to go. Scotties would like to force Fort Campbell to punt right here if they could, I'm sure, at the end of the half.
So they declined the penalty?
No, I guess they did decline the penalty, Coach.
It's supposed to be automatic, isn't it?
It was illegal. Illegal formation was the call, and I would assume illegal formation is a dead ball penalty, is it not?
It looks to me like it is.
Maybe not. I mean, I don't know, but either way, it's going to be Fort Campbell football at their own 20. 3rd down and 10 coming up with 10 seconds to go until halftime. Glasgow leading 28-3. Let's thank our sponsors here on WCLU for Glasgow football. They are Colton Steakhouse, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, HVAC Services, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers, Kuzma Family Dentistry, McDonald's, South Central Bank, and South Central Rural Telephone.
By Glasgow.
So the penalty declined by Glasgow, so 3rd down and 10 coming up. Fort Campbell takes the field here out of the timeout. Howard in pistol. He's got 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's the give to the running back. Scotty's trying to strip the football out of there. They're not able to do so. Dayton Keeling will be taken down. And Glasgow calls its final timeout, or its second timeout of the half, with 4.9 seconds to go, and that'll force Fort Campbell to punt it away.
Trey Francis on the stop.
Loss of a yard back to the 19. 4th and 11 coming up. Coach Jeff Garman talking to his team here during this timeout. We'll stay right here during the break. University of Kentucky, of course, in action today against Southern Miss. Kentucky up by a score of 17-10 over Southern Miss late in the stages of the third quarter there. Who the Vols have today, Coach?
They play Monday night.
Oh, Monday night, okay.
Georgia Tech.
All right.
In Atlanta. In the Mercedes-Benz.
First game of that in that stadium, isn't it?
Be the second. They're playing there tonight.
Oh, are they? Okay. The Alabama game's there tonight, isn't it? And Fort Campbell just going to get a rugby-style punt away here to run the timeout in the first half. The punt will be down to the 32, and that'll do it. That was Dayton Keeling, Bruce, who punted that one, rather than Gabe Whitehead. Whitehead, of course, was injured earlier in the half, and he may not be able to return. So we've reached halftime. It's Glasgow 28, Fort Campbell 3. Here at Hank Roy Stadium. We'll come back in just a moment. Take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by the accounting firm of Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge. We're back after this on WCLD Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
He can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
As an HVAC services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday, they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Joe Myers, Coach Coy Meadows, Bruce Dubuque back here with you at Hank Roy Stadium. We're at halftime, and it is all Glasgow here at halftime, 28-3 over Fort Campbell. Coach, the Scotties have outgained Fort Campbell 429-77 in total yardage. I knew the Scotties had a big offensive first half. I did not realize they had over 400 yards of offense in the first half of football.
I didn't either. I thought maybe 300, but over 400. I know they've been going up and down the field.
229 yards rushing and 130 yards. Well, no, wait just a minute. That doesn't quite add up. Let's see. 229 and 130, that'd be 359. So 359, 359 total yards.
359, okay.
Bruce, just a little mathematical error there, but it is 359 total yards for 77. Still a pretty impressive first half.
Very impressive. We've had some kids made some good runs, both from the line of scrimmage and as a result of the pass. So Glasgow has really moved the ball well.
Well, let's go ahead and give you the halftime stats, which are brought to you by the accounting firm of Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge, where we know are encouraging today's youth yields brought returns for the future. Let's take a look at the drive chart. Glasgow received the football after Fort Campbell won the toss but elected to defer to the second half. Scotties drove into Fort Campbell territory before turning the football over on downs. Fort Campbell would get it at their own 23 with 9:45 to go in the first quarter, but they would punt on their first possession. That set the Scotties up at their own 31-yard line with 7:22 to go in the quarter, and Scotty's going a 9-play, 69-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 31 seconds. It was capped off by a 23-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith, and the extra point snap was not handled. Couldn't really tell if it was a bad snap or just mishandled, but either way, Noah Howard never got the kick off. And that left Glasgow with a 6-0 lead with 4:51 to go in the opening quarter. Each team punted on its next possession. Fort Campbell got it back at the Glasgow 32-yard line and drove into Glasgow territory before the drive was ended as Glasgow junior cornerback, or strong safety, I should say, Ryan Jones, stepped in front of the pass for his second interception of the season, setting Glasgow up at its own 8-yard line. And it took just one play as Dalvin Smith, for the second consecutive week, the Glasgow quarterback has a touchdown run of over 90 yards, this one from 92 yards out on the first play from scrimmage on that drive. The 2-point conversion failed. Glasgow had a 12-0 lead with 11:45 to go in the second quarter. Following another Fort Campbell punt, the Scotties would get the ball back with 10:01 to go in the second at their own 16-yard line. They drove 84 yards in 8 plays. It took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. This time it was Griffin Murphy catching a pass from Dalvin Smith that goes 23 yards for the score. Dalvin Smith gets in on a 2-point conversion run to make it 20-0 Scotties with 7:19 to go in the half. Fort Campbell would again drive into Glasgow territory on their next possession, but on 4th and long, they attempted a fake field goal, which did not go well. Scotties were able to drop them for a big loss, and that gave Glasgow the football back at their own 31-yard line with 6:24 to go in the half. and it was a 6-play, 69-yard drive that took 1 minute and 56 seconds. And this time the touchdown coming on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Chris Horn, and on a play in which Chris had to go up over the top of the defender to grab the football. He did, and he won the wrestling match with the defender for the football, and Chris gets credit for the touchdown, his second touchdown catch of the year. Silverio Rescantelio added the 2-point conversion on a run into the end zone to make it 28-0 Scotties with 4:29 to go in the half. Fort Campbell got its only points of the half after taking over on their next possession at their own 30-yard line. They drive into Glasgow territory inside the 20-yard line, and it was a 7-play drive that ended with a 32-yard field goal for Johnny Paniagua to make it 28-3 Glasgow with 49 seconds left until halftime. Scotties then got another big kickoff return from Tanner Abernathy. That's becoming a habit for Tanner here early in the season, which set the Scotties up at the Fort Campbell 37-yard line, and it looked like Glasgow was going to extend its lead as Griffin Murphy had broken loose over the middle of the field after catching a short pass from Dalvin Smith. Griffin, racing down the field, got hit and tried to extend the football out as he got close to the end zone. The officials ruled that the ball came out before he crossed the plane, and Fort Campbell recovered the football in the end zone for a touchback, and that gave the Falcons the ball at their own 20 with just 21 seconds to go until halftime, and the clock would end on that, would end on that possession for Fort Campbell. So here at halftime, it's 28-3, Scotties on top of the Fort Campbell Falcons, and we'll turn things over to Bruce for a look at the offensive stats here at the break. Bruce?
Ready for me, Joe? All righty, here at halftime with the Scotties on top of Fort Campbell, 28-3. Fort Campbell had 3 first downs to the Scotties 15. Rushing, the Fort Campbell rushed for a total of 26 yards. They had 51 yards through the air for a total of 77. Scotties had 229 rushing, a 130 through the air for a total of 359. Each team with 1 turnover. Fort Campbell fumbled 3 times, got them all back. They did have an interception. Scotties fumbled once and lost it. Fort Campbell was penalized 2 times for 10 yards. Glasgow was penalized twice for 15 yards. Total offensive plays, the Falcons had it for 34 plays, 14 minutes and 19 seconds. The Scotties ran 36 plays for 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Individually in that first half, leading rusher for the Falcons was their quarterback, Abdel Howard Jr., 8 carries for 19 yards. 7 was his long. Denoris Buchanan also had 19 yards on 10 carries. Dayton Keeling carried it twice for 1 yard, and Julian Roberts had 2 carries for no gain. Amon Williams had the 1 carry on the fake field goal for a -13. Howard was 2 of 5 passing for 51 yards and interceptions. Amon Williams was 0 for 1. Julian Roberts had 1 catch for 46 yards. Amon Williams had 1 catch for 5 yards. Gabe Whitehead, before he was injured, punted 3 times for 87 yards. That's a 29-yard average, a long of 34. Dayton Keeling had 1 punt for 11 yards. For the Scotties, leading rusher again this week, already 100 yards for Dalvin Smith as he carried it 5 times for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a long of 92. Silverio Reconstellio had 63 yards on 10 carries. He had a long of 13. Dontavius Oakes picked up 52 yards on 5 carries with a long of 25. Dalvin's 10 of 15 throwing the football in this first half for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. His leading receiver was Griffin Murphy with 86 yards on 5 carries and a touchdown, a long of 37. Chris Horn had 29 yards on 3 catches with 1 touchdown, a long of 30. And Jaden Franklin had 2 catches for 15 yards. Dalvin Smith punted 1 time for 12 yards. So here at halftime of this contest on Saturday afternoon, it's the Glasgow Scotties 28 to Fort Campbell Falcons 3. We'll return for the call of second half with Coy and Joe after this timeout on WCLU Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
He can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Back here at Hank Roy Stadium, where the Scotties lead Fort Campbell by a score of 28-3. Let's take a look at some scores from games that were played last night and earlier today. The Barron County Trojans fell to 0-3 this afternoon as they lost to Adair County by a score of 27-0 in a game that was played over at Lindsey Wilson College in Columbia. Bardstown Bethlehem last night defeated Hart County 13-12. These other games played last night as well. Monroe County downed Warren Central 21-14. It was Wayne County over Warren East 41-16, and Greene County blanked Berea by a score of 52-0. In a game that was played on Thursday night, Edmonson County hammered Grayson County by a score of 48-0. Another game that was played earlier today, it was St. X, Louisville St. X defeating Bowling Green think it was 30-18, 30-19, something like that. It was about a 10, 11-point ball game, but I do know St. X won that one. And, Steve, did we ever get a score on the Allen County Greenwood? Allen County defeated Greenwood 26-23 earlier today as well. So, of course, Allen County will be Glasgow's opponent next week. Coach, that could be a bit of a challenge going on the road to win in Scottsville. As Allen County's now 3-0 on the year.
Always a challenge when you go to Allen County, regardless of what type team they have, what type team we have. It will be a dogfight.
Always really physical, aren't they?
Very physical, and I think we're more physical, so it should be a very physical ball game.
Allen County has a terrific quarterback, and anytime you got a good quarterback, that gives you a chance.
Gives you a chance. Our quarterback's not bad either.
He is not. No, he is absolutely.
He's going to give us a chance.
Not too bad. So we are about ready to begin this third quarter of play. It's going to be Fort Campbell football as both teams are getting some final instructions from their respective coaches. Glasgow leading 28-3 over the Falcons. Fort Campbell won the coin toss to start the ball game, but they deferred to the second half, so that's why they're going to get the ball to start this third quarter. That game next week at Allen County Scottsville will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our broadcast will get started at 6:30. As always, we'll be on both the FM and AM dials, Light 102.3, 1490 WCLU, and online. Anywhere in the world you can hear us at WCLDradio.com or playwclu.com. Fort Campbell taking the field now to get this third quarter underway as Noah Howard has it teed up. Just waiting on the whistle to blow the ball ready for play. Roberts and Crockett are the two deep men for the Falcons. Howard's kick is off. It's a nice one. It'll be fielded by Crockett at the 14-yard line. He's got the 15, the 20, the 25, out to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. That'll be it.
Tackled by number 4, Andrew Carter.
17-yard return. First and 10, Fort Campbell at its own 31 to start this second half. Glasgow outgained Fort Campbell 359-77 in total yardage in that first half. Falcons will send 2 wideouts to the left side, 1 to the right. Now 3 to the left as man motions out of the backfield. Empty backfield here for Howard. He's looking to throw. Now steps up in the pocket. He's got some room. He's got the 35. He's got the 40. A flag goes down on the play. He's run out of bounds around the 45-yard line, so let's see what the flags are all about.
Mark in the back.
Blocking the back, number 5 on the offense. We're going to go 10 yards from this spot. We're going to replay first down.
So we'll see.
Holding is the call against
block in the back.
Action, block in the back.
They'll move the football to the 32-yard line, or the 31-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 again. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Howard in pistol, Buchanan the running back behind him. It's a 5-man front for the Scotties. Howard to throw. Looking down the field on the sideline, it is through the hands of the intended target, Julian Roberts, and almost intercepted by Ryan Jones.
Intended for Julian Roberts.
Joey was wide open.
He was.
All he had to do was catch it.
Ryan almost got the interception off the deflection, but it'll be second down and 10. Two receivers left, 1 right. Buchanan, the running back, behind Howard. They'll give it off to Buchanan, off left tackle. Finds a little bit of running room. Get it out for a 3, maybe 4-yard gain. Close to the 35.
Number 53, Trey Francis on the stop.
4-yard pickup to the, 5-yard pickup to the 30. Well, I can't see where the ball spotted. Gets the 35, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up, a 4-yard gain. Two wide outs left, one right. Howard to throw. Out of the backfield, he was looking for Buchanan, and Buchanan, rather than making the catch, he saw Silverio Rescantelio closing in on him, and you could see Buchanan take his eye off the football and look up for Silverio, and that caused him to drop it. It'll be 4th and 6 for Fort Campbell.
4th down 6.
In to punt it away for Fort Campbell is Gabe Whitehead. Murphy waiting on the punt for the Scotties, standing at his own 40. It's a bad snap, but Whitehead handles it, gets it off. High end-over-end punt, and we'll take a Fort Campbell bounce to about the 31, it looks like. 10:34 left in the third quarter of play. Scotties lead it 28-3, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. It'll be a 33-yard punt with no return.
1st down and 10, Scotties at their own 31-yard line.
Looks like actually they've got it at the 32 instead of the 31, so let's move it up a yard. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio to his left, trips near side, a single wide out right. Here's the give to Rescantelio. Silverio starts left, goes back right, and he'll get it out to maybe the 34, 35 they give him, so it'll be a 3-yard gain.
Mike Everhart leads the charge for the Falcons.
Again, we are doing our very best to locate where the ball is spotted, but with the sun out, we cannot see hardly at all these lines that are on the field. Smith flushed out of the pocket, has room to run. Instead, he'll throw down the field. He heaves it from Murphy. It's going to be knocked down. A nice defensive play that time by Elijah Crockett, as he was able to get back and knock that ball away to prevent Griffin from making the catch.
Incomplete, intended for Griffin Murphy.
Third down and 7 coming up for the Scotties at their own 35. Trips near side. Lone wide out to the right. Smith to throw. Dalvin looking on a slant pattern. It's going to go through the hands of Canarius Flint. Almost caught on the deflection by Jaden Franklin. But it falls incomplete. The Scotties will have to punt on their first possession of the third quarter.
4th down and 7 for the Scotties.
So Dalvin Smith will go back to punt for the second time today. The first one was shanked off the side of his foot for just 12 yards. Crockett and Roberts waiting on the punt. It's a good snap to Dalvin. He gets it off. This is a missile. Drives the receiver back to the 20. It's bobbled. The ball still loose, and now Fort Campbell finally able to fall on it, as it was Crockett who dropped it initially, and then Julian Roberts was able to fall on it for Fort Campbell. They're spotting the ball right around the, let's see, is he standing on the 15, Bruce? It'll be a 45-yard punt with no return. That'll be the long punt of the year so far for Dalvin Smith. His previous had been a long of 43. Howard going to give it off to Buchanan. Nothing. Scotty's bottled him up.
Met in there by Trey Francis. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. 2nd down 10 coming up. Did you catch who made that stop, Coach?
Yeah, Rescantelli.
Okay. Two wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Howard in pistol formation. Gives it off to Keeling, the running back, and he gets nothing again. Andrew Carter, it looked like, got in there and made the initial contact to cut him down.
That was Andrew Carter's 8th tackle of the afternoon.
Andrew having a big day. Missed last week's game with an injury against Bardstown, but The junior now, as Coach just told you, continuing his big day with his 8th tackle. He did get a yard, they say, there to the 16, so 3rd and 9 coming up.
Third down 9.
2 outs each way. Howard and pistol. Keeling, I believe it is again, that's the running back. Howard wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, throws. It's going to be incomplete. Should have been caught. Julian Roberts would have had the first down. It goes right off his hands. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 9.
That crossing pattern, they've been getting open all afternoon on that play.
It was a good throw that time by Howard. His receiver just let him down. Whitehead in to punt it away. Griffin Murphy back to receive the kick. Whitehead gets it away. It's a low-line driver. Murphy giving chase, but he is going to pick it up at the 45-yard line. He'll get it back across midfield to about the 49 before being cut down.
Tackle by number 6, Jordan Edwards.
A 40-yard punt for Whitehead and a 6-yard return for Griffin Murphy to the Fort Campbell 49. Glasgow leads 28-3 with 8:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Trips right side. Franklin the lone wide out the near side. Oates is the running back. Dalvin Smith wants to throw. Looking for Griffin Murphy. He's wide open. It is going to be caught at the 5. Did he get in? He did not. They're going to say he's down just shy of the goal line.
Had to wait on it or he would have gotten in.
Yeah, Griffin had the defender beaten badly. There was nobody within 5 yards of him. And Dalvin laid it out there, but you're right, Coach, just a little bit underthrown. And that prevented him from getting into the end zone. It'll be a 47-yard completion to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Scotties from there. Smith going to give to Rescantelio, and Silverio dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties. Make it 34-3 Glasgow. 8:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Scotties again will go for 2 here. As Dalvin Smith going to keep it around the left side, and he's not going to get anywhere close. 8:05 left in the 3rd quarter. It's Glasgow 34, and now we've got a fight on the field, and there's flags down everywhere. And I don't know what happened. I had turned my attention to the scoreboard and looked back to my left, and all of a sudden there was pushing and shoving going on down there between the two teams. We've got flags, so before we go to a break, let's see if we can get the call here from our referee, Hilton Isabel. And he's pulled out the pen and paper, and that's probably not good. That means somebody may be getting kicked out of this ball game. Hopefully we get an explanation here. I'm not sure we're going to right now, but we'll go ahead and tell you that scoring drive for Glasgow was 2 plays, 49 yards. It took 9 seconds, and it was a 2-yard touchdown run for Silverio Rescantelio.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 for Glasgow. They both are going to offset.
Offsetting penalty.
Well, so nobody's getting tossed. That's a good thing. This game has just seemed a little bit disjointed. From the officiating crew to me up here, I don't feel like I've called a great game. The kids, I don't know. Kids on the field are doing all right, though, I guess. Here's the kickoff from Noah Howard. It's going to be received by Elijah Crockett, and he's going to get it out across the 15 up to the 20 to 25.
Tackle by number 15, Gavin Bird.
It's 7:58 to go in the third quarter, 34-3. Glasgow on top of Fort Campbell. As, let's see, where'd they spot that ball? Bruce, at the 27?
20, looks like
28?
28.
Okay. So Fort Campbell will take over at its own 28-yard line. Howard in shotgun, wants to throw. Under pressure. Avoids the first tackler, but he will not avoid Gavin Bird. Gavin will get the sack. For Gavin, his second sack of the season.
His fifth tackle of the night. He also had a deflection earlier.
Lost back to the 21-yard line, so a 7-yard loss. Second down, 17 coming up.
Second down, 7.
2 wideouts each way. Howard in pistol. Buchanan the running back. They give to him. Bounces it outside around the left end, trying to turn the corner. He won't be able to. He'll get a couple of yards. Still shy of the first down.
Looks like number 6, Jalen Shirley, on the stop.
Third down and 15 coming up.
Pick up of about 2 yards. Third down, 15.
Ball to the 24-yard line. Howard in pistol, Buchanan behind him. 2 receivers each way. Howard to throw. And his pass is going to be incomplete. That's a lateral, still loose. And the Scotties fall on it. That's Andrew Carter that was able to get to it for Glasgow. Howard was trying to hit Buchanan. Howard was under pressure. I didn't see who was applying the pressure for the Scotties, but somebody put some pressure on him. He had to throw it a little quicker than he wanted to, I think. Did not make a good throw, and it was a lateral to Buchanan, and he could not make the catch. And Andrew Carter able to recover it for the Scotties at the Fort Campbell 21-yard line.
At the Falcon 21.
And here's Dante Oates on the carry around the right end, and he is going to be taken down for a loss.
Dante Oates. Around right end.
Tackled by number 33. I don't have him, 23 looks like. Mike Everhart.
Loss of a yard there for Oates. It'll be second down and 11. Dante still in there at running back to the right of Smith. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Here's the give to Oates. Dante tried to plant and cut, and his foot slipped out from under him. So he's going to wind up, I think, with no gain on the play.
Went down awkwardly.
He did.
May have strained the knee a little bit.
He's coming off the field. He doesn't appear to be limping or anything, so hopefully that's good news. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11. Rescantelio in there at running back. Twin receivers each way. Smith to throw on 3rd and 11. Falcons coming on the blitz. Smith looking over the middle of the field for Jaden Franklin, and he dropped it. Oh, that one hit Jaden right in the gut. Didn't make the catch.
Guy got his hands in his vision, I believe.
Fort Campbell defender Abdel Howard is the one who may have bothered Jaden as he tried to make that catch. So it'll be 4th down and 11. Would have been a touchdown if Jaden was able to hang on. He was in the end zone.
4th down and 11.
Again, 2 wideouts each way. Smith to throw on 4th and 11. Fort Campbell coming on the blitz again. Throws over the middle. The pass deflected and incomplete.
Somebody deflected that ball.
Austin Morgan, I believe, was the Fort Campbell defender who got a hand on it to knock it away. So Glasgow will turn it over on downs with 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Fort Campbell will get it back at its own 21-yard line. Or make it the 22, I guess it is.
Ball spotted at the Falcon 22. 1st down and 10 from that point.
Howard in pistol formation, Buchanan behind him. Bunch set of three receivers tight to the formation on the right, one wide out to the left. Howard rolling out to the right to throw under pressure. Sack! Chase Jones gets sack number 2 on the day.
Howard home for a loss as Chase Jones picks up his 4th tackle of the ball game.
Very quick defensive nose.
For his size especially, Coach, he's 6'4", 255. He's a good athlete. Ball spotted.
He doesn't look like he'd weigh 255.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line, so a loss of 4 yards, excuse me. It'll be second down 14. Three wideouts left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield here as Howard wants to throw. It's going to be caught out in the flat by Buchanan. He's going to be hit by a couple of different Scotty tacklers. Dalvin Smith took the football away from him, but they're going to say his momentum was stopped before Dalvin grabbed the ball. They blow the play dead. It'll be a short gain, I think maybe to the 19. Give him a yard to the 19-yard line. It'll be third down and 13. 34-3, Glasgow on top of the Fort Campbell Falcons with 4:40 to go in the third period. One receiver wide to the right, 3 to the left. Howard to throw. Under pressure, hit as he throws. It's going to be caught, though, for the first down. The receiver, well, no, they say the ball hit the ground. Julian Roberts, we thought, made the catch, but the back judge came in and said it's incomplete.
So Mario Rescantelio had the pressure on.
And it'll be 4th and 14, and Fort Campbell sends in the punting unit here. They're at their own 18. Fort Campbell gets the punting unit onto the field with 10 seconds on the play clock. Whitehead to kick it away. Murphy back deep. It's a line drive kick by Whitehead. It's going to roll out to the 49-yard line.
Austin Morgan at the Falcon 49-yard line.
So it'll be a 30-yard punt for Whitehead with no return. Glasgow will take over at the Fort Campbell 49 with 4:15 to go in the third, leading by a score of 34-3. Dalvin Smith in shotgun formation. He has 2 receivers each way. Looks like Rescantelio's lined up as the running back to the right. They give it to Silverio, and he'll power his way to about the 46-yard line, I think.
Tackled by number 7, Dayton Keeling.
The only way we can tell where the football is on the field is to watch the down marker across the way, and I think it's the 46. Second down and 7. Smith wants to throw. Looking for Murphy down the left sideline. He's behind the defender, but the throw is out of bounds. Griffin couldn't make the catch anyway. Even if he had it, he was a good couple of yards out of bounds. Griffin, though, again, had gotten behind the defender, Elijah Crockett. Not too many guys that Griffin's not going to be able to get behind with his speed.
Unless they back up, keep backing up.
2 wideouts each way on third down and 7. Ball at the Fort Campbell 46. They fake the handoff. Smith steps up in the pocket. He's got plenty of room. He'll have the first down. 45-40, 35-30. Flag goes down. Smith going to cruise into the end zone down the left sideline, but we think this one's probably coming back.
They call that on Jaden Brakelet. I didn't see the result of it.
So we'll give the officials a minute to sort this one out. It's going to be a first down regardless, I believe. Football's going to be spotted at the 36, it looks like. 35 or 36.
Fort Campbell's got a player down.
Penalties, officials not out on the field.
We've got 3:35 to go in the third quarter. 34-3, Glasgow leading Fort Campbell.
We can put this one in the end zone. We got a running clock, haven't we, Joe?
Yes, sir. That would be correct. Anytime you get a 36-point lead or more at any point in the ball game, that'll set that running clock rule into effect. Still tending to the Fort Campbell injured player. We can't tell who it is, but while they do so, we'll take a break. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
First and 10 for the Scotties. We're going to call it at the Fort Campbell 35. Two receivers each way. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio, or that's Dontavis Oates, it looks like, in the backfield with him. Dalvin calls for the football, gives to Oates. Nice hole up the middle. Dalvin stiff arms the man as he gets it out across the 20, close to the 15 before being shoved out of bounds. It'll be another Glasgow first down.
Tackle by number 28, Ethan Tomerlin.
Spotted at the 16, I believe. 19-yard pickup. It'll be first down and 10 for the Scotties. And we've got an injured player again for Fort Campbell on the far side of the field. We'll take another timeout. 3:24 left in the third quarter. 34-3, Glasgow over Fort Campbell. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty. That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
First and 10 for the Scotties as we come back to action out of the timeout. A flag goes down before the ball snapped.
Offside, 28. Is the 28 on the defense.
Fort Campbell.
First down.
So that'll make it 1st and 5, the 4th Fort Campbell penalty for 25 yards. Something we haven't talked about, Scotty's needed to clean up the penalties, and they have so far today, just 3 penalties for 25 yards. Two receivers each way. Smith in shotgun. He'll give to, that Oates or Nick Mitchell was the running back that time. Whoever it is, he got hit for a loss. It's Nick Mitchell. Nick didn't have much of a chance there. Somebody was right on top of him as soon as Dalvin handed him the football.
Picks up his 5th tackle with help from Dayton Keelan.
Mitchell, a 5'10", 200-pound sophomore. Scotty's back to the line of scrimmage after the loss of 2 there. 2nd down, 7. Smith to throw. Looking left side. It's caught by Murphy at the 10. And a flag goes down as Murphy is taken down around effect. Scotty's right now lead at 34-3 with 2:32 left in the third quarter. Griffin Murphy has 7 catches for 152 yards today. Got a touchdown too, doesn't he, Bruce? And 1 touchdown. Smith going to hand it off to Oates. Dante looking for the end zone off the left side, and he's in. Touchdown, Scotty.
Dante Oates takes it in for the Scotty score.
And with 2:23 left in the third quarter, Glasgow goes up by a score of 40-3. That'll be a 1-yard touchdown run for Dante Oates. For Dante, his first touchdown this season. Noah Howard on to attempt the extra point. Snap a little bit high. Murphy gets it down. The kick by Howard is up, and it is just good. It just barely got over the crossbar. That'll make it 41-3 Glasgow. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
2:23 to go in the third quarter, and Glasgow leads 41-3 over Fort Campbell. We'll have a running clock from this point on as Noah Howard gets set to kick it away. It's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded by Keeling at the 13-yard line. Dropped it, picked it back up, and tried to take it all the way across the field from right to left, and didn't get much out of that. They're going to spot him down, it looks like right around the 20.
Noah Wilson downfield to make the tackle.
For Glasgow, that last drive, 7 plays, 49 yards, took a minute 52 seconds. Dante Oates gets his first touchdown of the season with a 1-yard run. Noah Howard adds the extra point, and it's 41-3 Scotties.
That last tackle was made by Noah Wilson, his first of the afternoon.
Spotted at the 20-yard line.
2 receivers left, one to the right. Howard in pistol formation, Buchanan the running back. Howard going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to get 3, maybe 4 out of that.
That's Howard on the quarterback keeper. Andrew Carter picks up his 7th.
Andrew Carter on the hit, his ninth tackle of the afternoon.
Make it a 5-yard pickup, actually, to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Scotty's jumped out to a 28-0 lead before Fort Campbell got their only points of the day on a 32-yard field goal by Johnny Paniagua late in the second quarter. It's been all Glasgow really right from the start. Howard in pistol, going to give to Buchanan, and he'll get tripped up in the backfield. His momentum, though, will carry him out close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be a yard or 2 shy.
Andrew Carter on the stop.
It will be a 4-yard gain, 3rd down and 1 coming up from the Fort Campbell 29. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Buchanan the running back, Howard in pistol. Gives to Buchanan, trying to get to the corner around the left end, and he will not. Scotty strung it out well, and they drop him for a loss.
Number 2, Ryan Jones on the stop.
Carries Ryan Jones. Comes up
A loss of 4 yards. Back to the 25. It'll be 4th and 5. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. All Scotties here at Hank Roy Stadium, 41-3 over Fort Campbell. Back for the final 12 minutes after this on WCOD. Stats through 3 quarters. Glasgow with 20 first downs to just 3 for Fort Campbell. Scotty's 264 yards rushing, 196 passing, a total of 460. Fort Campbell 25 rushing yards, 52 passing yards, a total of 77. So Fort Campbell held to 0 yardage by the Scotties in that third quarter. That's the same they had at halftime. Scotties with 1 turnover, Fort Campbell 2. And the Falcons look like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5 at their own 25-yard line, down 41-3. Why not, I guess. And Fort Campbell moves. Falcons were trying to draw Glasgow off sides. Instead, they jumped.
5-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
Now they'll send the punting unit in on 4th and 10. The rest of those stats, Scotties with just 4 penalties for 35 yards through 3 quarters. Fort Campbell, 4 penalties, 25 yards. Scotties had 53 offensive plays, a total of 1404. Fort Campbell, 51 offensive plays, a total of 2156. So we've had 104 offensive plays in this ball game as we start the fourth quarter. Whitehead gets the punt away. It's going to bounce at the 45 and roll across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be a punt of 28 yards and no return.
Ball is down.
Scotties will take it at their own 47.
First down and 10, Glasgow.
Should be a very quick fourth quarter. We've got the running clock rule in effect here. We're going to start seeing some new jerseys into the game for the Scotties as we're going to have a new quarterback, and that'll be Tanner Abernathy, a 6'1", 165 sophomore. Two receivers to the right side. One to the left. Oates the running back. Fort Campbell coming on a blitz, and they came across the line too early.
Encroachment on the defense. Number 28. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
I tell you what, I got to get Mr. Isabel's mic up quickly because he wastes no time telling us what the call is. I've missed him a couple of times. Pick up of 5 yards to the 48-yard line after the penalty, so it's 1st and 5. 3 receivers left, one to the right. Abernathy in shotgun. Mitchell, the running back, to his left, as a quarterback sweep around the left end, and Tanner gets dropped for a loss of 5.
Number 7, Dayton Keeling, picked up the stop, his 5th of the afternoon.
I'm going to say it's a loss of 7. I don't think that's a very good spot, but anyway, it's a loss of 7 yards.
2nd down, 12.
Ball at the 43-yard line, or the 41-yard line, excuse me. Abernathy, it's not Bruce, going to give to Mitchell, and he'll take it around the right end and gain a couple, maybe 3.
Number 72 on the stop. Gabe Whitehead.
Pick up of 3 yards there for Mitchell. Brings up 3rd and 10. Abernathy in shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Mitchell the running back again. Abernathy to throw. Going to be caught by Chris Horn out here on the right sideline. Cuts back to the middle of the field. He'll get it across midfield to around the 47. Still shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down in about 5 or so.
Gabe Whitehead on the stop.
4th and 4. Glasgow will keep the offense on the field with 9.5 minutes remaining. Scotty's letting the play clock run down here.
They take a timeout.
I think so. Probably just letting the time run, and they'll take a timeout and maybe punt it away. Timeout taken with 9:12 to go in the ball game. It's 41-3 Glasgow over Fort Campbell. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
9:12 left.
I think you've done a great job.
Thank you, Coach. 9:12 left to go in the ball game here as Glasgow has the offense on the field still on 4th down and 4. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the left. Abernathy, the quarterback in shotgun. Mitchell, the running back, to his left. 5-man front. Fort Campbell showing blitz, and here they come up the middle. Abernathy throws. It's going to be deflected and knocked away by the Falcons. It's Julian Roberts who got a hand in there to knock it to the ground, and Scotties will turn it over on downs.
Chris Horn broken up by Julian Roberts.
Chris Horn, the intended target.
Fort Campbell takes over on down.
Two wide outs each way. Howard in pistol formation. Buchanan behind him as the running back. That's actually Amon Williams in at quarterback this time. Williams throws, and it's going to be caught by Tyler McKay. He's close to his first down. Tanner Abernathy was in there defending, and Tanner is not getting up. He's injured on the play.
It's a gain of 8 yards. Brings up a...
Be about a yard shy of first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up from the Glasgow 44. Two receivers right, one to the left. Williams going to hand it off to Buchanan, off right guard. Finds a little bit of a hole. He'll have enough for the first down. Gets it close to the 40-yard line. Maybe the 39, I think, is where they're spotting it.
Like Andrew Carter on the initial hit, his 11th tackle of the night.
They do spot it. Just shy of the 40. Actually, it's the 41-yard line. First and 10 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 41. 6:10 to play in the game. 41-3 Glasgow. About to go to 3-0 on the year with an 8 with Allen County Scottsville on the road next Friday. Williams launches one down the right sideline. It is going to be incomplete. Scotty defender was there and almost picked it off. Dante Oates, though, could not come up with it.
Broken up by Dante Oates.
Intended receiver that time was Elijah Crockett. Second down and 10. Two wideouts each way. Keeling, the running back, behind Williams in the pistol. Williams gives to Keeling. Off right tackle. And he's carrying a Glasgow tackler for a decent gain. Shy of the first. Looks like maybe about a 7-yard pickup.
We got Scotty down with the cramp. Number 2, Ryan Jones.
Yep. Ryan's going to try to stay in the ball game. Pickup of 6 yards, 3rd down and 4 coming up. Three receivers left, one right. Ball at the Glasgow 34. Williams throws, and his pass is incomplete through the hands of Tyler McKay. And now we've got another fight going on out here between Glasgow and Fort Campbell. Flags go down. It's the second time that we have seen a little skirmish break out in this game. The first one was offsetting penalties between the two teams. We'll see what the officials come up with here. They do stop the clock while they sort all this out. Stop the clock with 4:15 to play in the game. University of Kentucky has won its opening game, not so impressive fashion, but a W is a W when you're a Kentucky football fan. You'll take what you can get, Coach.
That's right, every time.
24-17, is that the final, Bruce?
I'm sure Alexander is quite pleased.
I'm sure he is.
I mean, their defense is what won it. They were outgained in offense.
So UK defeats Southern Miss 24-17. Stephen Johnson, 186 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
Here we go. All right, we're going to have offsetting penalties. We're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15 blue, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 72 white. They're going to offset. We're going to keep playing on.
Big 72's been holding him all game.
Gavin finally got tired of it, didn't he, Coach?
Rerun, fourth down.
4th down and 4 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 34. Williams at quarterback in pistol formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Williams to throw. Rolling out to the left. He has a man down here. It is going to be caught. That's Julian Roberts, who is taken down by Ryan Jones pretty much right where he caught it, but a big gain inside the 15 to about the 12, it looks like. Pickup of 22 yards there. First and 10 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 12. 3.5 minutes to go. Fort Campbell looking for his first touchdown of the day. Scotty's lead 41-3.
First and 10, Falcons.
Bunt set of 3 receivers tight to the right. Man wide to the left. Williams to throw over the middle. Has a man wide open and it's dropped. Well
thrown ball.
Yeah, Bailey Pat was wide open in the end zone and he just let it go right through his hands. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 12. Fort Campbell on the road again next week. They'll play at Murray. Glasgow on the road at Allen County, Scottsville. Williams in pistol. Rolling out to the right. Scotty's giving chase. He throws into the end zone. It's incomplete. Intended for Julian Roberts. Ryan Jones there in the area for the Scotties defending it. Dante Yates looks like also in the area maybe. Try to throw into that back far right corner of the end zone. 3rd down and 10 from the 12. 2:11 remaining. Williams in pistol, Keeling the running back. Twin receivers each way. Williams under pressure, rolls out to the left, and he's sacked. That is Aurelius Rescantelio with the sack for the Scotties, his first of the season.
He's capable of that. Good speed, good strength.
Aurelius, a 6'1", 220 sophomore, brother of Silverio. Loss of 8 yards, back to the 20. 4th and 18. 1:20 to play. Falcons send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, but they're going to take a timeout before this play is run. Comes with 1:03 to play. Glasgow on top 41-3. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
They can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt. Joe Myers, Coach Coy Meadows, and Bruce Tribune back here with you at Hank Roy Stadium, where the Scotties have cruised pretty much all afternoon in this one. They have a 41-3 lead over Fort Campbell. Scotties had outgained the Falcons at halftime, 359 total yards to 77. Glasgow held the Falcons without any yards at all in that third quarter. Total yardage right now stands at 460 for the Scotties, 109 for Fort Campbell.
Play resumes. 4th down, 18.
4th and 18. Williams in pistol formation. Williams throws left side. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Tyler McKay, and Glasgow will take over on downs.
Incomplete, so Glasgow takes over on down.
And Scotties may not even run a play here. We've got a running clock, so the clock is not stopping on the change of possession.
Depends on when the referee marks it ready for play.
See, he's looking at the clock. I think he may wait. Game clock is now under 25, and that will be it. Scotties will not have to run another play. So your final score will be Glasgow 41, Fort Campbell 3, as the Scotties win it easily here over the Falcons to go to 3-0 on the year. Fort Campbell dropping to 1-2. And we'll come back in a moment, take a look at the final stats. We'll hear from head coach Jeff Garman, and we'll name our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty Player of the Game. Glasgow a 41-3 winner over the Fort Campbell Falcons. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Joe Myers, Coy Meadows, Bruce W. back here with you at Hank Roy Stadium, where the Scotties win this one going away 41-3. The final score, Glasgow led at halftime 28-3. Glasgow now 3-0. Fort Campbell dropping to 1-2. Let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. First for the drive chart. Scotties took the opening kickoff into Fort Campbell territory, but eventually turned the football over on downs. Fort Campbell would punt on its first possession of the day. That gave the Scotties the football back at their own 31. It was a 9-play, 69-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and it ended with the first touchdown of the day for the Scotties, 23-yard run for Dalvin Smith. A bad snap on the extra point prevented the kick from ever being attempted, so it was 6-0 Glasgow with 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Each team would punt on its next possession. Fort Campbell got it back at the Glasgow 32-yard line with 1:22 to go in the first quarter and drove deep into Glasgow territory, but the threat was snuffed out when Ryan Jones picked off his second interception of the season. That gave Glasgow the football at their own 8, and Dalvin Smith took it to the house on the first play from scrimmage. He goes 92 yards around the left end. The 2-point try failed, left Glasgow with a 12-0 lead with 11:45 to go in the half. Fort Campbell would punt on its next possession. That gave Glasgow the football back at its own 16-yard line. They then put together an 8-play, 84-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. This was a 23-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy to end that drive, and then Dalvin got in on a 2-point run on a conversion, 2-point conversion on a run. That gave Glasgow a 20-0 lead with 7:19 to go in the first half. Fort Campbell, again, would take over at the Glasgow 17-yard line and put together a decent drive into Glasgow territory, close enough to attempt a fake field goal, but the Scotties snuffed that one out, and that gave the football back to the Scotties at their own 31-yard line with 6:24 to go in the second quarter, and that would lead to Glasgow's next score as well. 6-play, 69-yard drive that took 1:56 seconds. This time it was a 30-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Chris Horn, who made a great catch over the top of the defender, wrestled the football away from him for the touchdown. Silverio Rescantelio got in on a 2-point run to make it 28-0 Scotties with 4:29 to go in the first half. Fort Campbell got its only points of the day on their last possession of the first half, or on their next to last possession, I should say, of the first half, as they took over at their own 30-yard line, drove into Glasgow territory, but the drive eventually stalled out, and it was a 32-yard field goal for Johnny Paniagua to make it 28-3 Glasgow with 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Scotties looked like they were going to drive into the end zone again right before halftime after a great kickoff return by Tanner Abernathy set them up at the Fort Campbell 37-yard line. Griffin Murphy made a catch and broke free over the middle of the field. Somebody had the angle on him and hit him just as he was extending the ball out trying to extend it out over the plane to get into the end zone. The ball was knocked loose. The officials ruling that Griffin fumbled it before he broke the plane, and Fort Campbell was able to recover the fumble in the end zone for a touchback. And so we went to halftime with Glasgow leading 28-3 over the Falcons. Fort Campbell and Glasgow would each punt on its first possession of the third quarter. Falcons again would punt on their next possession, and the Scotties would get the football back with 8:14 to go in the third quarter at the Falcons' 49-yard line. It took just 2 plays for the Scotties to score again. This time the scoring play was a 2-yard run for Silverio Rescantelio after, I believe it was a 47-yard pass completion from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy, I believe is what set that up. The drive took just 9 seconds. The 2-point try failed, and that made it 34-3 Glasgow with 8:05 to go in the third quarter. Fort Campbell would fumble on its next possession. Andrew Carter recovered the fumble, setting Glasgow up at its own 21-yard line, but they would turn the ball over on downs. Then it was a Fort Campbell punt that gave the Scotties back the football where they would get their final score of the night. Glasgow taking over at the Fort Campbell 49-yard line with 4:15 to play in the third period. Put together a 7-play drive that took 1:52 seconds, and then a 1-yard touchdown run for junior Dante Yost for his first touchdown of the season. The extra point for Noah Howard was good. It was 41-3 Glasgow with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. That set the running clock rule into effect, and the fourth quarter flew right by with not a lot going down offensively for either ball club. So 41-3 victory for the Scotties over Fort Campbell, and we'll turn things over to Coach Coy Meadows, and he'll run through the tackle chart for us. Coach?
All right, Joe, for the Fort Campbell Falcons, Amon Williams had 2 tackles. Julian Roberts had a pass deflection and 3 tackles. Jordan Edwards had 5 tackles. Dayton Keeling had 5 tackles. Abdale Howard Jr. had 6 tackles. Tyler McKay had 1. Mike Everhart had 3. Ethan Tumberland had 5. Austin Morgan had 1. Sean Robles had 1. Donnell Dunnings had 2. And Gabe Whitehead had 4. For the Scotties, Ryan Jones had an interception and had 5 tackles. Thad Dial had 3 tackles. Andrew Carter led the Scotties tonight with 11 tackles and a fumble recovery. Jalen Shirley had 3 hits. Dalvin Smith had 1 tackle. Jaden Franklin had 1. Gavin Bird had a deflection and also had a sack and had 5 tackles. Dontavius Oaks had a pass deflection and also had a tackle. Silverio Rescantelio had 6 tackles. Noah Wilson had 1. Trey Francis had 3 stops. Darian Johnson had 1. Aurelius Rescantelio had a sack and had 3 tackles. And Chase Jones had 2 sacks and 4 tackles. Scotty's played pretty good on defense, controlled the ball game on offense. Really complete domination by Glasgow.
Yeah, Fort Campbell had they put together a couple of drives for the Scotty defense, snuffed all of those out with the exception of that 32-yard field goal, and that was the only points of the day for Fort Campbell. We've been joined here by Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman, and while Bruce finishes up adding up the offensive stats, we'll go ahead and get Coach Garman in here and get his thoughts on this victory for his ball club, 41-3 over the Fort Campbell Falcons. And Jeff, what do you think about this afternoon's performance for your ball club?
Yeah, I thought we made some improvements in some areas. One thing, I thought our offensive line cut down on their penalties. We didn't have quite as many penalties, so that's a bonus, and that's one of the things we were looking for. And thought our defense continued to play well against the run, and we were getting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. So, it was a good night for the Scotties, good day for the Scotties under some wet conditions out here.
Another huge game for Dalvin Smith. He rushes for 134 yards, throws for 196. Just a huge weapon for you.
Well, he gets out there, and tonight you saw him, it wasn't – one of them was design runs, but we saw him scramble a little bit and extend a play and get some big yards off of that. Definitely, as a defensive person, I do feel, the hardest thing to stop is a quarterback that can throw and run. And when you have that weapon, it's definitely to your advantage.
Let's talk about your defensive performance. You give up just 3 points to this Fort Campbell Ball Club, allowed just a little over 100 yards, 109 total. Forced a couple of turnovers. Pretty good ball game by you guys on that side of the ball, Jeff.
I thought we played pretty well. We're shutting down the run, and that's what we want to do. And we're continually trying to get better. I thought Ryan Jones had a good pick back there in the secondary. Overall, I thought our secondary played pretty well. And, overall, I just thought it was a good performance by our defense.
Had 4 sacks on the day against an athletic quarterback and Abdel Howard. Andrew Carter coming back off of an injury where he missed the Bardstown game last week, Jeff. We have him with 11 tackles and a fumble recovery today.
He was active. Today. And, those are the kind of performances that you want. And it's good to see Andrew back out there. He means a lot to our team, a lot to our defense. And, he definitely was a difference maker out there today.
Second straight game, your senior wide receiver, Griffin Murphy, gets over 100 yards, 152 yards receiving today off 7 catches, had a touchdown. Chris Horn made a really nice play on a ball down here for his touchdown catch, Jeff. Had to wrestle the football away from a defender, and he was able to do so for the score.
Thought it was a nice play by Chris. He just showed his athleticism. We put him in some one-on-one situations, and I thought Chris did a good job just going up there and playing the football and bringing it down.
And you rush as a team today for 260 yards, so the big fellas up front must have played pretty well, too.
And they did, and that whole second half, they were just basically stunting us every single play. So it's tough to run about that, and you got to make them pay, and we did in the second half on some pass plays. But, we just got to continue to improve. I haven't seen a game that we've played yet that's been perfect. I thought our special teams had played pretty well up to today. We messed up on an extra point. Our kickoff team today was just dismal, and we've got to cure that up and not giving guys in deep possessions. We're putting our defense in a bind. And when we start playing, like next week, when you start playing Allen County, they're going to make you pay for mistakes like that. So, Allen's got a good ball club. I don't know what they did today, but I heard the score
they
was
won
close.
26-23.
They won 26-23, so there you go. I mean, they're playing well, and it'll be a good matchup for us. We'll have to raise the level of play that we're playing at and do some damage.
Jeff, appreciate you coming up. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you on, I guess, well, we won't do Ask the Coach, so we'll see you Friday over at ACS.
Awesome.
That's Scotty head coach Jeff Garman, his ball club winner 41-3 over the Fort Campbell Falcons, and we'll turn things over to Bruce and let him take a look at the final offensive numbers. Bruce?
Okay, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations. With the Scotties on top 41-3, Fort Campbell picked up 5 first downs compared to 20 for Glasgow. Fort Campbell had 27 yards on the ground, 82 passing for a total of 109, and most of those passing came on that last drive. Scotties rushed for 260. They passed for 200 for a total of 460. The Falcons had 2 turnovers, the Scotties with 1. Fort Campbell put it on the ground 6 times, but only lost one of them, had an interception. Glasgow had 1 fumble and lost it. The Falcons ran 59 plays for 31 minutes and 25 seconds. The Glasgow Scotties had it 16 plays for 16 minutes and 35 seconds. Individually, the leading rusher for Fort Campbell was their leading rusher on the season, Denoris Buchanan, but he only had 27 yards on 17 carries. Abdel Howard Jr. had 11 carries for 13 yards. 7 yards on 4 carries for Dayton Keeling. Julian Roberts carried it 2 times for no yards. And Amon Williams, who came in as the backup quarterback, was sacked twice for a -21. Howard was 3 of 12 for 52 yards and interception. Williams was 2 of 7 for 30 yards. Their leading receiver was Julian Roberts with 68 yards on 2 carries, along with 46. Tyler McKay had 1 catch for 8 yards. Amon Williams had 1 catch for 5 yards, and Denoris Buchanan had 1 catch for 1 yard. Gabe Whitehead punted 7 times for 207 yards. That's a 29-yard average, almost 30 yards. He had a long of 40. Dayton Keeling had 1 punt for 11 yards. For the Scotties, for 2 weeks in a row now, Dalvin Smith's a leading rusher with 134 yards on 6 attempts and 2 touchdowns, a long of 92. Silverio Reconstantelio had 71 yards on 13 carries and a touchdown, a long of 13. Dontavius Oates had 9 carries for 70 yards. He had a touchdown, a long of 25. Nick Mitchell, 2 carries for 1, and Tanner Abernathy had 1 catch for a -7. Dalvin was 12 of 22 passing for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tanner Abernathy was 1 of 2 for 4 yards. Leading receiver for the Scottish night, Griffin Murphy, with 152 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown, a long of 47. Chris Horn had 33 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown, a long of 30. Jaden Franklin, 2 catches for 15 yards. Dalvin punts 2 times tonight for 57 yards. That's a 29-yard average. He had a long of 45. So the Scotties pick up their 3rd win of the season here, Joe, 41-3, and we'll have to travel to Scottsville next Friday night for a tough contest with Allen County Ball Club. I believe they're undefeated too right now, aren't they?
They are 3-0. Yep, 3-0. Our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty player of the game today, we're going to go with the defensive side of the football. It'll be linebacker Andrew Carter. The junior had a special day today. We have him with 11 tackles and a fumble recovery. Andrew Carter, our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty player of the game, brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance agent Joe Myers. So our next broadcast will come at you in 6 days. It'll be a game over at Allen County Scottsville High School as the Scotties travel there to take on the Patriots. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our broadcast will get underway at 6:30 on Light 102.3, 1490 WCLU, and online at WCLUradio.com or playwclu.com. That'll wrap up our broadcast for today. Again, your final score, Glasgow 41, Fort Campbell 3. Scotties improved to 3-0, Fort Campbell falling to 1-2. Do want to thank Coach Coy Meadows for filling in again for Larry Alexander. We think Larry will be back with us next week, but who knows for sure. If he can't, Coach Meadows will be here to fill in again. So, but we do appreciate Coach Meadows' efforts here the last 3 weeks to fill in for Larry as we get this football season started. So, again, for Coach Coy Meadows and Bruce Tribune, I'm Joe Myers. Thanks for listening, everybody.
High school sports on WCLU, a Glasgow Scotty tradition, would not be possible without the help of these fine sponsors: Colton Steakhouse, the Electric Plant Board, HVAC Services, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers, Kuzma Family Dentistry, McDonald's of Glasgow, South Central Rural Telephone, and South Central Bank. Thanks for listening to WCLU, and go Scotties!
And asked me to grant